Hola, mi gente. Welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Queenita, muchas gracias, mi amor. Jabari, what's up? Jabari, are you coming up today? Are you coming up? Because I got some smoke for the fellas today. So, depending on whether or not you agree with me, you can get this smoke. Okay? Ladies, this message is to help you all. Okay. Like last couple episodes back, I did submission, right? 7 easy tips for submitting to a man and why you should. But today we have to talk about some other things. Okay. This in particular, targeting men, but ladies, this is advice for you. Okay. So today's topic is men who look for women to build with them are not ready to lead. Okay, that was a mouthful. Now, I know a lot of you are clutching your ties. I'm sure the men are clutching their ties, like, how dare she, right? Men who look for women to help them build are not fit to lead. Okay, and we're going to talk about today some of the conditioning that's been going on that's BS. So let me come out the gate with the spicy and the smoke. Okay. I had some things listed on the thumbnail that I was like, we have to say no to as women, right? Things like starter wife, things like unconditional love, BS, love is conditional, things like being a ride or die, things like being his rock. Get the, but I'm going to tell you why. Okay. You got to miss me with all that BS. Ladies, listen to what I'm saying to you today, because if you are married or building a guy and about to marry him, 9 times out of 10, okay, he's probably gonna leave you for somebody that look like this, all right? And then somebody that looks like this is gonna be raising little Johnny and not giving a damn if he had his gummy vitamins today, okay? So if you don't want to end up in a divorce, right, and then your man just gonna leave you for something that look like this, who don't care about helping them build because you done helped them build, okay, and I get to reap the benefits, then you better listen to this episode today, okay? Because we're out there, just letting you know, all right? We have been conditioned as women to endure for love, to ride or die for love, to put up with for love, to build. We are the woman behind the man, right? That's how women are raised. Girl, there's a Spanish saying, los hombres son de la calle, meaning men are from the street. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry your pretty little head about that. Men are from the street. They're gonna do what they gotta do. You be a woman, you be home, and you do what you gotta do. Right? We've been hearing that all our lives. And how are men raised? Get you a woman you could build with. We hear it all day long. You get you a woman you could build with. A real woman gonna double your money. A real woman gonna help you. Well, here's my theory, right? Seeing as, and I know you guys love statistics. I don't give a damn about a statistic. I'm at an age and experience and wisdom where I hadn't seen it, been there, done that, got the t-shirt sometimes, or didn't get shit after, okay? Seen it all. Not only my own experience, but watching things happen. So you can hang on the nuts of statistics all you like, but bear in mind, statistics are a group of people, a panel of people. It is not the entire planet and not the entire human existence, okay? It is a group of people that we got together and they all filled out surveys about their lives. I'm talking about real life experience. So I done seen, I done heard, I done been through. Okay. So y'all better listen. It's gonna be an important episode. I'm about to shift the paradigm. I'm about to kick it. All right, off the cliff. Men are conditioned and raised to find a woman to help them build. That woman gotta help you build. And then what happens? What happens? We've heard it in music. We've seen it in films. We watch it in music videos. We watch it happening to people that we love. We see it happening to celebrities. There's even a name for it now, starter wife. Ladies, do you want to be a starter wife? If you find a man and he's already talking that help me build shit, what do you bring to the table? Okay. You already know he needs a helpmate, a struggle buddy. Do you want to be a struggle buddy? And then when he's on his way, you on your way out the door, and I walk in like, where are the kids? I'd love to meet them. Is that what you want for your life? Is that what you want? No. Men would never do that for you. They wouldn't do that for you. They're not conditioned to do that for you. So why do you continue doing that for them? Men who look for women to help them build are not prepared to lead. Okay? Now I'm going to go further, but I got to bring up my dudes. Okay? From players' perspective, I'm going to bring up Mr. O is Just Living and Big Hef. And the reason why I'm bringing them up in particular, and you guys could join if you like, I'll drop the StreamYard link. But the reason why I'm bringing them up is because this topic today was actually inspired by a conversation that I had on Players' Perspective the other night. When I was asked, would I stay with a guy who was giving me the whole world, and then he decided that he was not going to be able to give me the whole world for an entire year? Would I ride with him? And I said, hell to all the New York no's, right? And the guys clutched their ties like, oh, how dare you say you wouldn't ride or die with a man or put up with him being broke for a year after he done gave you everything. See, that's the mind fuck, ladies. That's the mind fuck. They play on your heart. They play on your compassion. Like, girl, rock with me. If you love me, you'd rock with me. No, we got to stop doing this. We have to stop. Y'all want to continue being starter wives? Then when he get rich, he leave your ass for a white girl, whoever, whatever girl? No. So I'm going to bring up my fellas, okay? Because this started on their page, and I'm going to finish it today. So welcome, Big Hef, Mr. O.
What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on?
Is happening. I'm happy.
For the record, I didn't clutch my purse. I wasn't the one clutching my.
I said your tie.
Or whatever you clutching. I didn't do no clutching.
I thought you didn't. You
I supported you. I was like, she ain't said nothing wrong. A lot of
Oh, D Rider. He come over here D riding.
Hey man, I still feel like I got a chance, man. So I want to keep our relationship good. You know.
I hear you. I hear you.
Welcome, Big Hef.
I told you to call me out on my shit behind the scenes, not in public. Stop.
And these, ladies and gentlemen, are the gentlemen of Players' Perspective. Okay, you have to go check out that page. There is no other page on YouTube like theirs. I promise you, especially late night. I am not responsible for what I say late night on that show. It's something about that show. That show is like liquor. Okay?
And normally, excuse our dress. We have a show tonight at 9, so we haven't not gotten dressed yet. You caught us early. We actually got to catch a Zoom call in about an hour, a conference call. But
if they want to see what y'all do, if you want to see what they regularly do, just hit up the page. Okay, just hit up the
9
page.
p.m. Central tonight, going down.
And I'll be over there too, so you'll get more on me. But I'm gonna come through. I'll pull up.
For sure. Hey, you want to get the topic for tonight while we got it?
Yeah, what do you got for tonight?
All right. So you can knock her, right? Yeah, you knocked her, right? But can you get her to stay? Can you get her to stay?
Well, I definitely got to come by then because I got a story.
We're going to have story time.
All right.
For sure.
Okay, I got a story for that. I got a story for that subject. So if y'all want to see my story, hit up Players' Perspective on Mr. O is Just Living channel. Okay. So tonight's topic, gentlemen, men who look for women to build with them are not ready to lead. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns. And I think it's something, okay, that men have been using for centuries to get women to rock with them and help them build, right? And here's my theory. The reason why men usually leave the starter wife, right? And here's a little, I'm giving men a little pass. Just it's a little pass. You can't really get nothing with it. You probably get like a free coffee. Just a little pass.
Yeah.
A little pass. But the pass I'm giving in general is because when someone is building, quote unquote building, this is men and women. When you are building, you're not sure of yourself, you don't got all the money that you desire in the bank account yet. You're not really living comfortably, right? You're not comfortable just yet. You need that build, and it's like, okay, now I'm comfortable. You change, and people say, oh, you've changed. That is what happens when your tax bracket changes. That is what happens when you look better, you feel better, you know, your options open up. You're looking shiny to a lot more people now.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want to be, and you look good and you smell good and you got more money in the bank. The world looks different, right? I
Right.
think that's natural. That's natural. I don't think there's anything malicious about it. That happens to men and women. And people usually hit you with the you changed. Yeah, that's what happens when life changes for you. You change your outlook, right? So I get that. I understand that. But with that said, women have to be aware that that is what happens when they're volunteering to bust their behinds, helping that man build. Once that man is built, his outlook on life changes, his options open up, and you may not be the best looking thing around anymore, or even the most interesting. You were a great builder. You look great in that construction hat with that tool belt for them 5-10 years, but now she look hotter. Now she's funnier, right? And now she's accessible to me. Where when you and I were building, that woman wouldn't have given me 2 looks. But now that I'm who I am, I can get her now. So I love you, construction worker. Okay, Betty the builder. But let me go see what's going on over here with Jen. Jen, I don't know. Let me see what's popping with Jen. And that's what happens, women. That's what happens. Do you want that to happen to you? Listen to me.
So is it my turn yet?
You want to go first, or should I go?
Okay.
Who going first? Because I got something. You got to go. You got to rock paper. You win. Say, come on now. You going after me now? You seeing what I'm doing?
Forget you, man.
Wait,
Look.
I gotta say, Ty Rivera is in the building. He is a comedian out. I can't even say out of Las Vegas because he is global. So welcome, comedian Ty Rivera. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Please follow him if you want the funny all the time. Follow Ty Rivera. Okay, so who's going first?
Okay.
Because you know I got rebuts.
I'll dive in. You know what I'm saying? I just want to start by saying that all of these scenarios that you are speaking on are clearly from not well-intended men. Women make the worst decisions. They choose very horrifically, and then when it fails, because they thought they were so great and amazing that they were going to change the scenario around so well that they were going to make or break a situation, when this was a failing thing from beginning to end. Now, without speaking on personal situations, I know personally that you've had your share of fixer-uppers and it didn't work out. So now you taking that out on everybody. But if you look at the celebrities who are with their high school wives and all of the men who had that ride or die chick who was on a ship that was going somewhere, they didn't choose a BS situation. They arrived to their destination and that man put them on a pedestal. See, the difference is the average woman out here, they don't know how to contribute to somebody who's trying to create generational wealth. They don't know how to add to that. They can cook, they can clean, and they can fuck. Now, how many of these motherfuckers know how to balance the books and they see your revenue and they know how to double it and take it to the next level? Even a man in the comments, it's the men are even taking up this BS way of thinking. A man in the comments said the building is another word for broke. Come on now, I'm straight. I'm decent. I'm doing good. I'm making things happen. So if you come around, I don't want to take on another bill. I want somebody who can assist me in my mission. Now, I don't need you to put on a construction belt. I don't need you to put on a hard hat, but don't be another Bill. So
Okay, I'm a rebut
before I
before
keep
Mr. O.
going,
Before Mr. O jumps on, let me rebut Mr.
okay,
Hef. Let me
all
rebut.
right.
First of all, yes, okay. Like every other woman on the planet, I've had my duds, I've had my bums, and my hobosexuals. But I will say this: I've had very successful relationships, positive relationships with productive men. Men that had it going on. Okay, and I have to say that those were the best relationships that I've been in, and they eclipsed the hobosexuals and the bums. And the reason why they eclipse those men, okay? Because I speak from experience, not only my own, and I ain't, no tengo pelo en la lengua, meaning I'm gonna give you the real, even what I've been through, okay? Not just from my experience, but watching what happens to women over and over and over and over again. My relationship with those men that didn't ask me for a dime, their pot or the window to throw it out of, okay? That didn't ask me to help them build with X, Y, and Z. I need you to do the, can you tweak this for me? Okay? The men that never had that on their lips were the men that I've enjoyed the most, that I had the best time with, that I learned from the most. Okay? And I don't believe that men pick badly. Look at what's out here, first and foremost. All the men are ready to build. We want build. We got build. I need somebody to build it. Here's my question, and then I'll throw it to Mr. O, or you can rebut her. Here's my question. Why don't your ass build? Maybe you don't deserve a woman till you have built. Mm-hmm. Why don't you go build, okay? Put the big boy pants on, go build, and then go get your woman, because that's what y'all do anyway. Even when you rocking with the ride or die, she helps you build. You put the big boy pants on, but now it's shiny. Now your belt shiny. You got the Calvin Klein belt on, the Gucci jacket. You know what I'm saying? Now you're out there. You go out and get that woman you want anyway. You do it anyway. So have the cojones to do it without a ride or die.
Well, most men aren't going to
twice, nigga. You went twice.
No,
I'm gotta go.
I'm a rebuttal. I'm gonna be quick.
You get one.
If
they want to hear my voice too
on my own and you weren't in the picture, I'm playing when I get there. I'm finna play the field. I'm finna have my fun. This is all me. It's gonna stay all me. The rest of y'all can kick rocks. I can't trust you farther than I can throw you, because you wouldn't have been down when I was down. So now that I'm up, fuck you. I'm finna play. You know what I'm saying? And I probably can imagine that's why you're not with those guys that are well built now.
That were what? No.
Those guys who are financially content right now, that you enjoyed so much, it fell apart for a reason.
Yeah, but wait. Not always fell apart, but you know me. I'm estranged. I'm a whole different animal. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that because two people are no longer together, it's a fail. Sometimes it was part of the journey. Sometimes it was a phase, could have been a whirlwind romance. So not every relationship I've been in did it end with somebody getting stabbed, although some have, right? But not all relationships end badly. It's just like, we're going two different directions now. Either I'm moving or you're traveling or you're doing something else with your career and I'm doing something else. We're not able to see each other like we used to. We're going to part ways. So it's not like, why ain't you with them no more? Because that is the rebut. People will say, well, why ain't you with them? Not all relationships are meant for forever, but some are way better than others. And like I said, the ones that were better for me were the men that weren't like, yo, can you help me out? Can you know what I'm saying?
You're placing levels on the failure. This one failed worse than that. This one failed kind of okay. That's what you're saying. This one sort of failed. It didn't fail bad like that failure.
No, the only reason we think forever is because of traditional marriage and diamond slogans. A diamond is forever. So it puts in our brains that things are supposed to be forever. It's hogwash.
Right. So like this thing that like failure over this failure, that failure, I think what Jen has consistently said is that that's her choice. She is not putting on construction boots. And so if we're going to stick with this analogy, let me provide some clarity and at the same time show a little charity to where she's coming from with this. Yeah, it's uncomfortable building. Like who wants to build in the frame of a house? The house ain't really comfortable till the roof get put up there, the insulation get put on the walls, and we got some functioning electricity and lights. typically you really don't see women on these construction sites constructing these homes. But once these homes get built and these men are in them, they're not like, well, since this woman didn't help me build it, can't no woman come help me, can't live in it with me. Of course they want a woman to come live in it. And if you've done what you deserve, like we talked about on my channel the other night, what you deserve for what you desire, then yeah, you're gonna be able to find a man who already got a house built and he's ready to go and move forward from where you comfortable moving for. Some girls, those few that are on those construction sites, it's because they have to be. It ain't nobody made them girls put on them hard hats and go out there and help them guys tote them buckets, and run the lift up and down, para abajo, para arriba, like out there on the fucking construction sites. Those girls have to be out there getting their nails dirty. If you don't have to be out there because you've done the work to deserve not to, then you can get what you desire. And what you desire is a ready-made house already. You can help him make that house what they say, quote unquote, a home. You're gonna do what you good at. I'm a fucking here. I'm a clean in here. I'm a do all the things that you want from a woman in here. But I really don't need you out there twisting tools with me to build a house. I just want to help you add to what I already got going on by bringing a skill that's gonna alleviate some stress on me. I don't need you to alleviate the stress on my grind, but on my initial grind. But once I got to a point where I deserve a woman who's put in the work, then yeah, she's gonna expect the house to already be made and built. But you bet damn sure better help me clean that motherfucker, because if I built the house and you see how I maneuver around my house, like Hef said the other day, my dishes is clean and I stack my shoes a certain way when I walk in my house, I expect you to help me stack my shoes and do little things like that, and put my dishes. I like my stuff in my pantry a certain way. I expect you don't just throw a can in there face the other way. I like my cans a certain way in my house. So those the skills that women who put in the work that they looking for, that they want to come into a house already built. I throw that shit out the window too of making women into construction workers. I don't need y'all to be built shit. I need you to help me maintain what I'm already doing. You can add to the ship that's already selling. You dig?
So let me give let me validate what have said. Okay. Someone else validated a good point. If a man has built on his own, then expect him to play the field. I salute a man who has built on his own and now feels like this is mine. No one else could get it. Prenup, prenup, prenup. I know Mr. Rucker's already in the building. He's a prenup pusher. Okay. I respect that. The issue I have is men act like that's the prerequisite. If I built this on my own, I'm gonna play the field. Here's the problem. Even when they don't build it on their own, like I said, when they get there, they can still play the field. And 9 times out of 10, they do. Even though they keep the starter wife, 9 times out of 10, now the starter wife who's been there to build, who was shooting in the gym, okay, now she has to put up with him playing the field anyway. That's why women don't build. That's why I'm telling women, don't build, because that's how they're going to live anyway. So you got a better chance walking into that building of somebody who's like, well, I built this all on my own and I'm not going to let you have any of it, but you can enjoy it with me. A woman has a better chance. Okay, Harvey, okay, have
women on that construction site is really slowing the men down from getting that shit built faster. They just in the way.
I agree.
They in the way.
Tristan Draper said, if men chose the righteous path of the simp, there would be no bad women to choose from.
Yeah, I like my woman with her nails done at all times.
Haran DeMarco said, every man should depend on self at all times. Be respectful, share with the women you meet, but it's best not to assume the relationship will be long-standing. Man must be prepared to walk alone.
We are.
And that's why you have the health that you have in front of you. I'm decent, I'm straight, and I express my openness. And if I make an agreement with you, a verbal agreement, you can depend on that. You build an empire with a man and he gets there, he runs after the next pretty thing. You chose a fuck boy. That's not men's fault. You had a bad choice. You made a bad decision. That's a bad deal.
Y'all getting me mad now. Now I'm getting mad. So I'm going to combine what you just said with something that Mr. O said earlier. He said those women are choosing to be on those construction sites. I have to disagree. Women are conditioned and raised to think that is their only choice, right? And then they're shamed if they don't do it. If I go on any panel and say, I'm not no ride or die, to hell with your building, have it ready. When I get there, the men clutch their ties. How dare you not want to be a doormat for what I'm building? How dare you? So women are shamed into it. They're raised into it. They are conditioned. So even when you say, "Oh, well, nobody forced you to do that," she feels like she has no choice.
So all of the women that I would like to date and have something long lasting with, they have your approach. The women that are like, I'm a ride or die, I'm a ride or die, these motherfuckers have no skills. They can barely read a Dr. Seuss book and talking about I'm gonna help my man build everything. Like, you motherfucker, you can't build a card house. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And
So
that's why I say I didn't
think we're
say
talking
what you
about
said. I
apples
said,
and,
Jim.
and wrenches. Like, we're not even talking about things in the same category, family.
I didn't say they had a choice or they wanted to be there. I said they didn't have a choice. They had to be there for lack of options. And to be honest, man, like I don't want to be on a fucking construction site. I want to pay somebody to do that shit. And that's the type of man you want anyway. When you have gotten to a certain level in life anyway, you can make statements like that. I want a man who paid those men to build our house and we get in and make it better and add equity. You know what I'm saying? We add equity to the damn house. We don't actually put brick by brick. We pay somebody to do that. Like I don't this whole construction site shit, it's really exhausting. I feel like I worked all day. I need a shower. Cause I don't even be out there twisting tools like that. I damn sure don't need no woman out there doing it. I need her to be focusing on her gifts.
I mean, if we talk about the homosexuals, I have nothing, because that ain't never been me. You know what I'm
Ever.
saying? I was that kid that was 18, 17, 18, and women 25, 26, they coming in like, damn, you got all your own shit. Oh, you okay? All right, okay. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that. So I don't know nothing about the homosexual lifestyle. I love the term; it's goddamn hilarious. But
We need to add it to the pamphlet.
man, but I know zilch about it. I've always had my thing.
So let me ask you, Mr. O, you made a great point, and it's something I wholeheartedly believe in, and why I believe in being single. We spoke about this on your show as well, about getting the bag and it just being more comfortable, in my opinion, to do it by my damn self without having to worry about waiting on a man and giving him some whenever he felt like it and doing them dishes and cooking them meals. It's easier to get it on your own. I feel like when you're building with someone, you still have to split yourself in half, because you have to be part of this relationship, and then the other half has to be getting the bag. And I'm like, if I'm alone, then the whole of me is trying to get the bag. So when you said it's faster, it's easier, I agree with you. Why don't men see it that way? How can you lead me? Lead is the key question. How can you lead me in a relationship if I am your freaking struggle buddy? If I am helping you build, how can you lead me? What are you
We,
leading
we,
me
we
to?
keep going back to the homosexual though.
This is why I
I
think R. Kelly was a genius, and they hate to see that, man. But he fucking had something. His music is what I'm talking about, not what he did with his personal life. When he wrote that song, when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it, nigga. All you doing is getting this woman who you think sees you as the man to now see you as her child. And once she sees you as her child because she's doing things that she feel like the man should be taking care of, she gonna be fed up, and you gonna find yourself with a woman that ain't gonna never ever get that respect back for you and see you as no man. When a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it, man. You might as well cut ties right then and try again, and agree that this ain't gonna work, because trying to get a woman to do all these things for you because you're struggling to get where you're trying to get in life, and you have no plan for her, and you feeding off her skill to get y'all somewhere, that ain't no real trade-off. That's a gender swap.
So my favorite point that you make is that if you're still in the trenches, you're still making it happen. Maybe it's not time for you to be with a woman. Maybe you don't deserve a woman. I absolutely love that point, because That's how I'm able to have my way with women right now. Is I'm doing something. I'm focused on that something. So if you go come around, you can come around for the things that I can contribute off of right now. A warm meal, some warm coochie, a warm body in my bed when I allow that. But other than that, yeah, just being your financier. Nah, I'm okay. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And when I reach my goals, I would love to alleviate my woman of every potential stress in existence. What a woman would be building with me would be her financial security. The type of plans that I have, a woman won't have to lift a finger ever a fucking again if she helps me accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. Meanwhile, if you don't do a goddamn thing, you leave me be, I'm still gonna accomplish it. I'm just saying, if you're coming along for the ride and you see I got the steering wheel, don't have me fumbling with the radio trying to reach in the back for my snacks. Hand me the snacks, change the radio, keep some good tunes going. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sipping, pour it up for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do everything while I'm driving. I damn sure will try, because if you catch me on that same road trip, guess who getting those same snacks? Guess who still go pour him a shot on the road? I'm
Right. That's
Okay,
what I like. Right.
making it happen.
that's different than helping you build the car and the ride and pay for the trip. That's different.
And
Like,
that's why we say that the
You
build
keep talking
shit
about the
is
homosexual.
it's crazy. We
Women,
denouncing
please
that
avoid
building
him.
shit.
Please
Do
avoid him. If
not.
he ain't got his own shit,
I
yes,
need you to
avoid him.
build shit is weird, man. Ain't no women out there on that construction site you willing to move in that house after y'all fucking build it. You don't want that, man. We already got the car. We bought the car from somebody else who built it, and we driving. When I get out and pump the gas, you know what kind of snacks I like. Them seatbelt, both of them seatbelts supposed to unbuckle. I'm supposed to go to the pump, and you supposed to go inside and get the snacks and pay for the shit. And all, unless we both got to use the bathroom, but both of us are doing something. I'm doing the man shit. You're doing the shit to help me get us the car to where it's going. You go and get the snacks is going to help me from having to go in there and save us on time and help us get there faster. It's supposed to complement one another. My gifts and your gifts. See, the thing about this poly type of understanding that people just want to hate on so bad, you need to know that poly people are intentional and they add pieces to what they into the car, into the house intentionally for a specific purpose, not to build a house, but to alleviate some of the stresses off the house so that it gets built faster and hopefully get to that next one quicker. You know, not to come in while the house is in construction and help me lay the bricks. Like that is weird because where do you see this happening in real life? When you're using this construction analogy or driving this car analogy, every woman I seen on a construction site is somebody I would never give my time to. Her nails are dirty for one. She's a
Yeah,
little
it's some bad
overweight.
ones out there trying to prove a point. I know how to work a hammer.
Yeah, that's them extreme feminists that hate men altogether.
I've
Man,
seen them. They have Instagram pages like, look at me, I'm building a closet. Look at me, I'm changing the tire. I'm like, well,
Who asked you to do that?
man. So society would crumble if we didn't allow people to have their respective jobs. Everybody was like, I'm gonna change my own oil. I'm gonna make my own oil. I'm gonna
Even
dig for my
I
own
have
oil.
AAA. I don't need a woman that know how to change a tire. I got AAA. I'm not changing that motherfucker. Like I don't need you to have that skill. I need them other skills that help inside the house that's already built. And you're gonna
And,
help this house flow
and
better.
see,
what do you think
DeMarco's
about that question?
uh-huh.
So, how exactly does a woman have a better chance of being in a long lasting relationship with a financially successful man who has a plethora of options to choose from?
Like
You
we
want to
said,
answer that? Or you want me to go?
it's
This definitely for
intentional.
Jen, because she
It's
has all of the statements against this. So
Okay.
Jen, a woman that's obtaining a financially successful man, how does she have any chance whatsoever when he can go and get Jada Pickett, Mariah Carey, Jen off the block? He can go get anybody he want, and you want him to date your ugly Betty looking ass. Go.
I would say you're always taking a chance. You're always taking a chance. And again, this theory of, I'm sorry, like we all have our own lifestyles and beliefs. This theory of long lasting, this theory of forever. I don't do it. I don't subscribe to it. But can a woman have a very happy, sexually satisfying situation or relationship for the temporary with a guy that's well off or financially stable? Yes, she can. But you also have to understand when a man has options, just like when a woman has options, you men forget that women have options too. When a man has a lot of options, yes, she's going to take that chance. The only thing we can hope for is that the man looks us straight in the eye, like what's happened to me in the past. Listen, I love you, I like you, but I want what I want, and I've never been faithful, right? So the only thing we can hope for with a man of that caliber is that he says, look, this, just so you know, you're not going to be the only one. But I say you're going to take a chance anyway. So why get in that construction site and dirty your nails, give him your best years, and then, you know, he leaves you afterwards for his options?
Because he going to do it.
Morning women.
He going to do it.
I
Yeah,
mean, but this
let
is
me
the
say
fuck
this.
boy that
Like,
y'all talking about.
This is crazy. This.
It's not only fuck boys though, because
Yes,
you're
it is. Any man who says
that.
something, he's supposed to stand by his words, or he's a fuck boy.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna
this to
stand
that.
by my word.
I want to say this to that question right there, man. Because Jen likes to like give people this Obama little window of glimmer of hope, like there's a little bit of light peeking through the blind that you might possibly one day get to get a man. No, it's not your turn. That's the answer. It's not your turn. It is for the women that's already proven themselves to be deserving of it. That's why they're getting the looks. How can you get them? Get him to look at you first. But stop doing what you're doing. Like it's not your turn. That's why you can't find them. And women that can find them don't ask how to find them. It's not your turn.
That's true, because I've never asked that. I've never
Not your turn. That's why.
That's true. Because I've
It's
never
just not your turn, baby. It's not your turn.
Truth is never
And
favored.
maybe you missed your turn.
Oh, truth is never favored. Have you been listening? What you got?
How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
True.
Good.
Down.
It's the old half.
Top
How
of
y'all
it.
doing, my brothers?
What's going on?
Welcome.
Alrighty.
What's up, Daryl? I see you.
All right. So it says, are you riding, dying towards? Basically, elaborate on that question.
Okay, so the topic for tonight is men who look for women to help them build are not fit to lead. Okay, the side topic is, are you riding or dying yourself into a divorce, meaning that these women are riding and dying and building these men up so high that now they want a divorce, they want to get rid of their starter wife, and they want the cutie with the little flat stomach, okay, and the perfect boobs, because you done ride or died him all the way to success, and now he wants something that's finer than you. So are you riding or dying all the way to a divorce?
Okay, so all right, so this topic, so basically you stomping men out today.
Say
That's
again?
no. I said you stomping men out today.
I'm telling it is. You
all
only
right, so
if you fall under the category. So
all right, so well, first and foremost, do y'all believe in longevity? Or, well, I already know pretty much where Hef and pretty much stand. What about you, Jen? You not into the?
Yeah, no, I believe that some relationships are meant for forever and some aren't. But I do not think that every relationship, marriage, coupling, living with somebody, rocking with somebody, I don't believe they're all supposed to be forever. I think that that's marketing. It sells diamonds, it sells Hallmark cards, it sells wedding dresses. It sells. It's a great marketing scheme. But I don't think human beings were supposed to find that one. I don't believe in soulmates. Okay. I don't believe that human beings. No, I do not believe that a man meets woman and they're together forever. I think it's unrealistic. Human beings are too dynamic and different for that. But yeah, it sells diamonds.
Okay, so you're not okay. You're saying on one hand there is, and on one hand there isn't, but everything is not. It's not absolute for every man to be
Absolutely.
in everyone. Okay, great. All
Absolutely
right.
not. I think some people can do it and they want to do it and they're successful at it. We got, our grandparents. My grandparents been together 75 years. Like, some people can do it. But I don't
Right,
think the majority can.
Jen is
right.
setting women up for that lonely
So
trip at the
The upper room.
so when you talking about the riding or dying thing, you're saying, okay, women that's building, are you opposed to men and women building together?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
you are opposed to a man and a woman coming together, like, let's say they get together in college or something. So you're opposed to them being together and growing together. Why is that?
I explained all of that.
No, I didn't hit. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm just coming.
Just long story short, men are supposed to be leaders, right? And I feel like a man that leads is not going to need his woman to help him build. A man who's hecho y derecho, he's going to build his shit, okay? He's going to have his castle, and then he's going to go out and look for his princess. He's not going to want a struggle buddy to help him build the castle. Why? Because after a while, now he's up there in the castle. Guess what? Now all the women of the world are looking at the castle, and they want in that castle. And your ridiculous behind helped him build all of that. So why help him build? You got a better chance.
Okay, so you're looking on the okay. All right, so I see where it. Okay, are you speaking from personal? Because you seem very passionate about it. Are you speaking from personal experience with this?
Okay, one, I'm always passionate. Two, no, I've never helped somebody build and then they left me for
No, not just you. I'm saying, have you seen like your friends, your anybody in your family ever went through anything where they grew with somebody and then they left them?
Let me think. My family. No, not so much. No. Just what I see happen in society. 64% of men remarry, women do not. When you split it up in age groups, what was my little note? Right.
Okay.
Women are less likely to marry, period, because they get older, right? Men are 64% more likely to remarry, meaning that you're getting rid of the starter wife, right?
Whoa, hold on. Now, okay, that's not necessary. Now, okay, so it's not that we're getting rid of the starter wife, because majority of women divorce men.
Right.
Okay, so we're not getting rid of them. They're getting rid of our tail.
What's the number one reason for divorce?
No, all right, now that's two different. Let's deal with this.
No, it's relevant.
That's two different things. We gotta start with one. See, for some reason, every time when somebody gets beat with this one, we want to jump to something. Let's deal with this part, and then we can get to that part. We can get to the part where the infidelity and all that type of stuff. First and foremost, we both agree that women are
infidelity, but go ahead.
Okay, or money.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So first and foremost, we agree that majority of divorces are stem from women going to the court and getting a divorce, correct? We all agree on that. All right. Yes. Now, so we're not getting rid of our starter wives. Majority of men, once we're in something, first of all, we don't want to be failures. When a marriage fails, the onus on any man, if he is a man, he knows that if the marriage fails, it's on him. So we don't want to fail once we commit to a woman. That's number one. We don't want to fail. Now, are there some guys out here that aren't fully matured and they do stupid things to cause their marriage to fail? Yes, they do. That's the problem with a lot of guys out here. They think, okay, I got my wife, and then she helped me get to a certain level, and then once I reach that certain level, everything that I couldn't do, I'm going to do it now. Those are fools. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like a guy that was a clown in school, and then he go up and get into the six-figure rank, and now he exposed to other people, and he able to get other girls now because of his money. and now he's sleeping with a whole bunch of girls. Those type of people I consider they clowns. They clowns to me. Anybody that's going to use somebody and y'all going to grow together, and all of a sudden you're going to drop her. Once you get up to, I guess you call a certain status, social status, then you're going to drop the wife that helped you build with. Those are clowns. So I don't agree with that. The men that I surround myself with, the men that are in my circle, they grew up with their wives and they're still together. They went to college with them and they're still together with us from this day. They not kicking to their wives. They love their wives, and they're not looking forward. Like, it all depends on the type of dude. You can tell if an individual is about themselves. Selfish people will automatically get rid of somebody once they reach a certain level. Any relationship, you are supposed to be coming in for the other individual, not for what you can get out of them, but for what you can give to them. So the riding or dying thing, I don't subscribe to the dying. I subscribe to the riding. If we're gonna go this route, we're gonna take this out here. We're gonna take that route. It ain't no dying. We in this forever. If we get to that point. So the people, like I said, I don't see so much of the guys that, oh, we got married and then I'm looking to get to a certain level and then drop the woman I'm with. We want loyalty. We know it ain't a lot of loyal women out here. So I don't know too many fools. That's what I'm saying. I don't know too many fools.
Okay, so let me address two things that you were saying. Yes, the majority of divorces are initiated by women, right? Here's my theory. The struggle buddy thing, right? Finances is the number one reason for divorce, correct? So that means that men weren't financially stable as it was before he pursued that woman, right? Finances break relationships. When there's not enough money, women are adventurous. We like spontaneity. We like to travel. We like vacations. We like clothes, right? We like to show our bosses. Wait, let me finish because you finish and then we're going to be talking over each other. So that's my theory. Women are initiating. They're not happy, but the number one cause for divorce is finances. And I think it's because men are conditioned to go find that woman who's going to ride or die with them. You said that you like the ride part, but we're fed the ride or die through good and bad, through sickness and health. Even vows are geared towards you got to stay no matter what. Yeah, men like loyalty. They want that loyalty, that loyalty in their home, but they don't give a damn when they're on the street if they have options. They just want what I call, honestly, a bottom bitch, right? She's the one that's going to wash her drawers, right? She's going to take care of everything. Of course, men want that. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a loyal dog? Everybody wants a loyal dog. Who the hell would buy a dog if he was disloyal, right? So everybody wants that loyalty, but then they're going to go out there and do what they want. Are they going to be loyal?
And that's the thing. And see, this stereotype that this stereotype has got to go. Every man is not out here sleeping around once they find a woman, man. Like, I don't understand why it's because of this daggone television, man. It's the television, it's the songs we listen to, it's all that bull crap. Once a guy finds a woman that he pursues and that he wants to marry, more than likely we are stable in that. Unless something damages our home, our peace. If we're getting fed, we got sex every day, we love who we with, we're building, we're growing together. She gave me some beautiful kids. We're not messing that up. Like I said, I don't know too many fools. Fools mess stuff up. Those aren't men. Those are males.
We are constantly
you feel what I'm saying?
We are.
I don't know. I don't know too many fools that mess their lives up like that. I'm sorry. I just don't know too many.
Divorce, infidelity. Like, what planet are you on? Number 2 cause of divorce is infidelity. You think it's the women that are cheating?
Do women? You want to know if women cheat?
No, I said, do you think it's the women that are cheating when in divorce, regarding divorce? Not
women cheat. Women cheat just at the same rate as men. We just get caught.
Wait, but with this conversation is
first of all, y'all have guys. Let's get this straight. Y'all get access. Y'all have way more access to sex because of y'all box. All right. As long as y'all got that thing between your leg, It's very rarely every woman has the opportunity to get hit because they got that thing between their legs. Versus, it's a lot more virgin men out here than it is virgin women. Guys out here is not getting tail like that. So that's number one. Like we gotta get rid of that. So once guys are in a relationship, it depends on the communication factor of what the rules were set. A lot of people say we together, but then that never was said that we were together. That be the problem.
Let me respond to Harvey Williams. He said Jen has admitted that she has no personal experience of seeing men leaving their ride or die starter wise case closed. First of all, I close the cases here, okay? This is on the block with Jen. This is not on the block with her. That's one. Two, Truth, when he comes on, he's always asking, he asks these questions to try to, you know what I mean, build the case for his rebuttal, which is fine. No, in my personal life, my cousin or my mama or my auntie or myself have not been left. We have not been starter wives. But the reason why the phrase starter wife, okay, was even coined is because it happens. Kanye sang about it. What's his name? The little guy. Kevin Hart did it. Okay, people
not the little guy.
Men do it. Men do it all the time. That's why it's called a starter wife, because she's the one that starts you up and gets you going. And then when you're there, you leave her ass for a better model. It happens every day. So this fantasy of men found a woman and they pursued her, so they never stray and they want to stay in that relationship. They want to be there forever. I want to know what planet that is.
Why do
rocket ship?
Okay, so in from your rationality, you believe that there is more cheating, more infidelity going on inside of marriages than there is faithfulness.
50%.
So you believe it's half now? Okay, hold on. So now you believe it's half and half?
No, I don't know. I didn't say half and half. In the divorce rate, that's what I think. Yes, there's a lot of infidelity in marriage. Hell, fuck yeah, of course.
No, I'm saying. Okay, are you saying it's more or less? So, if we're talking about in marriages, what's the percentage do you give to faithfulness and infidelity?
I don't have that stat in front of me.
No, and I'm just saying. No, based off of your rationality, what you believe.
I believe the majority of men, when it's a case of infidelity, first of all, most of the divorces are because of finances. Second is infidelity. I believe that men cause the most infidelity in their relationships. And here is why. Because men are conditioned and reared that way. Women are not.
Who told you that?
I'm a woman. You're going to tell me how women are raised? Hold on.
No, you said men.
Hold on a minute now. Okay.
You said men. I'm a man and you're not. So who's telling you? Who's telling you that men are wired?
Society. We live in a patriarchal society. From when we're little girls, from when we're little boys, boys are taught, go conquer that ass. Go do this. Women are this. Women are expendable. It is just a conditioning. It's how society is. Women are less than. She's going to put up with it. She's going to ride or die. On the other hand, women don't sleep over. You've never heard this logic. You've never heard women being raised.
I was not raised. Listen, I was not. First of all, I was.
It doesn't matter where you were raised. We were all raised differently. Society has always been society, whether you were born on an island or born in the Bronx.
Okay, so being here, being in the streets,
there are gender roles.
Being here, being in the streets, being a retired dragger. Now, you're talking to someone that actually was a womanizer out here sleeping with a whole bunch of girls. But that doesn't mean that when I got married, that first of all, when I got married, I didn't cheat on my wife. I wasn't even thinking about that. Because it was no point. It's no point. Why get married to cheat? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, but let's go back to why you were a womanizer and why you thought it was okay. Why'd you think that was okay?
Oh, I've explained this a many a time. I told people it was
okay.
The reason why I thought it was okay because it was something wrong with me. I had a lot of trauma. I had a lot of issues. See, I
No,
use.
but I'm saying as far as a societal point of view, did you ever
I
think?
didn't sleep with women because of society.
No,
That's
listen.
the thing.
I know, but listen to me. Did you ever think that someone's gonna point at you and say, "You a slut, you a hoe, you for the streets"? Did you ever in your life, while you were womanizing, did you ever think that women were gonna put a scarlet letter on you? Did you ever think that?
Did I ever think that they? I mean, they called me that. I
But
mean,
did you feel like it was gonna be a blow to you? Did you think it was gonna be you were gonna be shamed for it? You didn't think that. You didn't think that because you're a man and that's how men are raised. Women, on the other hand, cannot be a manonizer.
Can I give my closing
Or
statement?
you for the streets. Do you
A
not
manonizer.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
a
what is going
societal view is
on?
what it's gonna be?
We
Can I
gotta
give my
go.
closing statement real quick?
Yes.
I
We
just
gotta
want to
go.
give my closing statement
Okay,
real
go ahead.
quick.
Because
Yes.
I gotta ask
Okay,
her some
so
questions.
You're not truth. You're not gonna take this all every which way. We're gonna stay on
yeah,
topic.
No,
right.
that's what I be trying to tell you. Let's stay on topic.
You
That's what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
you talking about
Dude, call him.
you never cheated on your wife. That's not what this is.
You okay. You brought that up. I didn't
Hey,
bring that
real quick,
up.
I'm manicures and pedicures over steel toes. That's how I feel. So I'm with you. And we got to go, man. We got a conference call. But I really had fun with this. And we're gonna see y'all later at 9 o'clock on our channel. Y'all come through Players Perspective tonight, 9 p.m. Central Time. And the topic is so you can knock her, but can you get her to stay?
But can you
We're gonna
get
break
it?
that down.
What's your closing statement, have?
Rules you can use.
So I just want to say that men are constantly defending themselves against the actions of men who aren't about what they say, they aren't about what they speak about.
Right.
Meanwhile, that's not how I'm coming to the table. That's not what I'm offering. That's not what I'm presenting and representing. All the men that I know are 10 toes behind their word, and that means everything to them. And I'm team polyamory, so that would um solve a lot of the infidelity issues. But even still, speaking from the standpoint of a man that has considered what makes marriages work, and I'm looking at other men in marriages and what they go through and what they would like to have before a man cheats, typically, if he isn't just some asshole liar, it's because the woman cheated against their agreement first. She may not have slept
Bingo.
with another man, but she stopped living up to the things that made him want to be married in the first place. Maybe she didn't keep up with her looks, she didn't keep up with her hygiene, her weight, whatever the case may be. Typically, from what I understand, men start to feel like they have nothing else in that situation. And so they start being selfish, like they feel like the woman is being selfish. He's bringing home the bacon. Girl, I got him. He ain't going nowhere. And after they forgot to buy you your favorite perfume on Valentine's Day and had to sleep on the couch or something, they finally like, you know what? Keisha bad as hell. Keisha been wanting to give me some coochie and is stress free. She look good. She got her shit together. You know what? I'm finna go ahead and have my way like she having her way too. So that's what I want to say
When
on
the
that
man
matter.
bring home the bacon, that don't mean you can eat as much of it as you want to. Goddamn shit.
But I love y'all. Thanks for having me on, Jen. Truth, it's always a
Salute, bro.
pleasure.
Salute,
Hopefully,
bro.
I see y'all tonight,
Already.
9
We'll
Central.
fuck with y'all tonight.
Players Perspective, Mr. O Just Living. Like, subscribe. We in there.
And
Thank
buy
y'all.
our shit. Go to playersperspective.shop and buy our shit, man. We selling blankets and pillows. Y'all come through,
Yes,
I
man.
ain't
I'll
coming
be
to lay
able to.
down with you ladies if you ain't got no player perspective blanket and
Sherelle is
pillow.
back.
It's a
Where's
requirement.
Sherelle?
Well, Sherelle, where you
Sherelle,
been?
hey, come through tonight, baby. Please come through tonight. Sherelle back.
Sherelle, I need you to cam up. Where you been? I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, where the hell is Sherelle? I'll be over there later, Players Perspective. I'll pull up. Where the hell Sherelle been? You need to explain yourself, mama. Okay, so Truth, back to you. The topic is, here's what I wanted to stick with. Men who look for women to build are not leaders, cannot lead, are not
Okay.
prepared to lead, are not worthy of leading.
Okay, and I'm saying that statement is kind of asinine. Like that's like saying every majority of relationships that are long lasting that make it, they come up and they build. The ones that don't last is the ones where the guy is at the top and the woman that comes in there, she doesn't know him. So she's coming in there because of security and because she can see the money. That's not more than likely she's not loving him. She's loving his money. She's just waiting for him to pass out so she can collect the money and everything like that. That's not going to last. And those are the ones that end in divorce majority of the time. The people that come up from school and college, they both 19, they both have nothing, they both go through the struggle. Those are the ones that you see with the 30 to 50-year marriages and everything, and they last till they die and everything like that. That's what I'm saying. So to say that a man that will grow with a woman is not a leader. Leadership is not dependent on your pockets, and this is a big problem that a lot of men is having, that we have an attitude towards, is we are no good unless our pockets are swole, and not swole to the point where we can take ourselves, take care of our bills, but we got to provide a fantasy for you and everything like that. That's provide a fantasy based off of television, based off of IG, based off of what somebody else had. We got to compete with other people we're not even competing with because y'all competing with them. Y'all competing with your homegirl. Y'all competing with the people on IG, what they posting on Facebook and everything. And we got to strive and struggle to compete with them, and we don't even know them.
Okay, so let me say this. Men are very competitive as well. Okay, they talk about cars, they post cars, they want to have the red bottoms and the
Switched it
Gucci.
up.
This is not a broke thing, right? And this is not a tax bracket thing. If you're a fry cook at McDonald's, okay, and you have your whole life in order, you don't have to be wealthy, you don't have to be rich. But if you got your whole life in order, then it's okay for you to go out and find that woman. I'm specifically talking about men that need women and use women to build a struggle buddy, a woman who comes on with the tool belt and the hard hat. And it's like, come on, baby, I'm going to help you build. I think it's a recipe for disaster. A man should have his affairs in order, or he's not worthy to be running around trying to court a woman if he's trying to get his life in order. But women are conditioned to think that we have to ride or die for a guy. We have to be there. We have to help him build. And that's why I say building him up until divorce, because now that he's all built and shiny and new, now he has more options. So what is the point of going through the struggle? No, just go get you a man that has his life in order, whether he's a fry cook or whether he's a billionaire. Why be in there shooting in the gym with him if he's going to be an ass later on anyway? And I don't even say that in a bad way. I said earlier, you probably missed this part of the stream, but I said earlier, it's not even a malicious thing. It doesn't mean he's a fuck boy. It doesn't mean he's an asshole. The more you grow, the more you accumulate, the more your options become. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means I changed. I'm different. I got more money. I look better. I feel better. So why am I going to stay loyal to someone who I'm just not digging anymore? That's human nature. We change, we grow, we expand. So I don't even look at a man like that, like, oh, that's a bad thing. Why you didn't stay with the starter wife? No, you grew, she didn't. And sometimes you move on. So I'm not kicking men in the ass for like, oh, why you left your starter wife? That is what happens. What I'm saying to women is don't stick around and build, because more than likely that is the nature of the human being, especially men. Okay. When men get shiny and new and get more money or get more financially secure and stable, the options open up. The options open up.
Okay.
So stop being the doormat and the ride or die. Really quickly, commercial break. Haran DeMarco says most well-off men I speak with indulge in their options. The greater the power and influence, the less they were faithful. Just my experience. And Aunt T, welcome Aunt T, says marriages end for lots of different reasons. Thank you for the super chat. Marriages end for lots of different reasons. It takes a lot of effort from both sides to make them work. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have to say about what I'm saying, Truth, the last thing I said.
Okay, so the last thing you said again, I'm a man. So it's kind of, this is the thing that's kind of crazy. Like, and I get on guys for trying to speak about trying to tell what a woman is and what they do and all this type of thing. So I'm gonna refer back to you. You aren't a man,
What's up, Lucky?
and you don't know our mindset, our struggles, how we approach life, what we have to deal with, and how we view the opposite sex, especially our wife. Now, I've made this statement several times. Everybody know this is a recurring statement. Every every male is not a man. And I've said this over and over and over again. So every guy that is anatomically has a dingling is not automatically a man already. A man makes sound decisions. We know how to make sound decisions. We move in a certain way. We don't make illicit decisions based off of having sex and things that's going to cause problematic situations down the line. We're not going to cause our family to be destroyed over stupid situations. We're just not going to do that. Now, someone that has not matured to that level, yeah, they're not even ready for marriage. So that's number one and foremost. A lot of people are getting married and they're not ready for marriage mentally. So as far as bring that back to building together. Now you did change it up. You said you're basically talking about a bump. You're saying don't take a bump. Oh, okay. So now,
no.
Okay. So please explain to me what this guy looked like. Give me an example. Because first it's
never changed. It's never changed. I've always said the man who needs a woman to build with him.
Okay, give me an example of him.
Okay, like, so
what does he have? What doesn't he have?
Okay, listen, it's all different. Okay, I can't tell you this is exactly what it looks like. Another thing is, you can't dismiss my comments by saying, well, you're not a man. I'm not saying I'm a man. I'm not saying that I know what men feel. However, okay, that is not true across the board. You are a man. You know that women are hormonal, okay, and out of pocket once a month. You're not a woman. How do you know that? You know that because you live on planet Earth and you've dealt with women your whole life. You know that women are emotional. How do you know that? You're not a woman, you're a man. You know that because you've experienced women. You know, women are easy to cry. How do you know that? You're not a woman. You know that because you've experienced women. I don't have to be a man to see how men behave, okay? I have to be a man to know how a man feels. But I'm not talking about what a man feels. I'm talking about behavior, okay? And behavior is patterns. That's why psychologists can have 10 different patients and she'll be like, oh, I know what this is. This is usually the pattern for X, Y, and Z. So I'm not saying I know how a man feels, but I know how a man behaves. Now, the reasons for why he does that, I don't know because I don't have a man brain. But I've seen men for 48 years do different things that men do that are different from what women do. Just like I can tell you what women do. I've been around them my whole life and I'm a woman. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm a man, so I have no idea what it feels like to be a man, but I can tell you men behavior because I'm a heterosexual woman and all I've ever dealt with in my life are men. Brothers, uncles, daddy, relationships. That's all I deal with. So that's like you telling me I go in and cook with strawberries every day, and because I'm not a strawberry, I don't know what a strawberry is. Right? So that doesn't really make sense. I understand for like, I don't know how a man thinks, but you're not going to tell me because I'm not a man that I don't know what men do and how to behave. Also, you're saying men are not going to mess up a good thing. Men mess up good things every single day of their life. And then they come back and try to get back with their wife. Okay, I'm sorry. I love you. I didn't mean it. It was a mistake. It happens every day, B. Like women get cheated on every day by men that love them, by men that didn't want to lead them. So I don't know where you pulling that out of that. Men aren't going to mess up a happy home. They do it every single day. Lastly, I never said a bum. Okay, I didn't say a bum. I'm talking about because you could be a fry cook at McDonald's, like I always say. Live a very happy life if you are living within your means and you find a woman that is okay with those means If you find a woman that is like, I don't need you to be more than a fry cook, and she's happy in that situation, y'all are going to live good. Y'all are going to be okay. Now, if you're a fry cook that wants $1 million bank account and you want a Bentley, okay, and you want fame and fortune, you just want to live better than you are, and then you go get you a starter wife or a woman to build with, that is what I'm talking about, that type of man. So I can't tell you that he's a bum. I can't tell you what he looks like, because men want to build in different tax brackets. The fry cook may want to build. The guy that has $1 million already may want to build. My message is to women, stop building with men. Men should build what the hell they want. They should live how they want. They should have what they want. And then they should pursue a woman. I am anti.
I'm not getting any sound. I'm going to have to go out and try to come back in.
Say again? Can you
I'm not getting any sound. I can't hear anything, so I'm going to go out and come back in.
Okay, I'll let you up. So that's what I'm saying. I never changed it. I never said, oh, he was a bum before. I've never said that. I said I've had my experiences with all kinds of guys. Homosexuals, men that had their shit together. My relationships were happier with men that had their shit together, that weren't asking me, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? That's what I'm talking about, those relationships. So he's not a bum. He doesn't have to start on bum level at all.
All right. So, all right. What I'm saying is, when I was talking about the man thing, we cannot speak in absolutes.
Oh, well, that's what this is for.
Okay, well,
that's what this is for.
Okay, so, but that's why when people hear me talk, that's why I always coin the phrase females and women, so people know that I'm not talking about all women, and I talk about men and males, so they know I'm not talking about all guys. I separate the two, because a lot of times people will take what we're talking about and they group every guy together. Every guy cheats. Every guy did. No, every guy doesn't.
Yeah, I know that. Of course not.
Okay, but it's fools out here. It's actual fools out here that'll run and say, well, men, which means we're talking about generalized, and that don't mean majority of men are out here cheating. It's just not, that's not what's going on. So again, you haven't gave me an example, so I can't really gauge where to go. So I'll give an example. Let's say it's a guy that do work at Burger King.
I gave you an example.
Oh, but you did. I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I mean by like where you didn't go at with it.
Okay.
Let's say he work at Burger King. He been working there for 5 years. Burger King minimum wage is $10 an hour. Let's say he got a room, and he's got transportation. He's okay by himself. He meets a girl.
Mm-hmm.
She has an apartment. Let's say she's a GNA or something like that. They meet each other. They like each other. She's making more money than him. She has a 1-bedroom apartment. He's living in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is working on getting himself to, let's say that he wants to go into, move into construction.
Okay.
So he's saving up his money. Let's say he been doing very well, saving his money, everything like that. She sees that he has a plan and all this type of things. And they come. So you're telling a woman, that girl, to not get with him.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Do not help him build a damn thing. He should this is how I feel men should operate. Again, I'm not a man. But I think the most successful relationships are when men have their affairs in order. The problem is that men don't want to be alone. They want the struggle buddy. They want that soft space. I have more respect, and I've met them. I've dated them. I know how they operate. I have more respect for men that get their affairs in order and then go out and seek a woman, a mate, who at the very least is helping to tweak his life, not help him build. I am anti the help him build. Okay, it's just not good. And I don't even say it because men are malicious or they're assholes. It's because by nature, the more we achieve, the more money we accumulate, the tax bracket gets higher. We're probably looking better. We're older. We're mature. We know how to walk and talk and dress. Your options open up. It is human nature. Now, that's not a gender thing. That's women and men. You start wanting and looking for the better deal. It's not that you don't love the person that helped you build, right? But what's the point of being that, Betty the Builder if they're going to open up and seek other options? You have a better chance of just running into men that has his shit together, whatever shit together means to him. But as soon as men start looking to you, oh, help me build.
Okay.
Put your money together, and I put my money together, and we get it. No.
Now,
9 times out of 10, it's not going to work.
Now, you know why? Okay, now you're setting a lot of women up for failure, and I'm going to tell you why. Because all these women out here, they're not you, Jen. They don't look like you. They ain't going to look like you when they get to your age. They're not taking care of themselves like how you take care of yourself. So you're telling a lot of women out here to have this type of attitude, to say that I'm not going to build with a guy. I'm gonna wait till he become the master of his universe, and then he's going to be loyal to me. That's not how men operate. We're loyal to the person that is going to ride with us. We're not loyal to the one that come in and take up space. I'm trying to tell you. That's why we stick with our mans. We stick with the men, our day ones that we come up with.
You're not, but your version of loyalty is flawed, because what men mean by loyalty is I won't leave my wife just because I'm fucking shorty. I won't leave my wife. That's loyalty to a man. Loyalty to a woman is you ain't looking for nobody, you ain't checking for nobody, you ain't sleeping with nobody. That's loyalty to a woman. But men think loyalty means I'll fuck around, but I ain't leaving my shorty for no.
Well, the men that you know,
my wife. So there's a difference.
The men that you know, no. Loyalty is loyalty.
It has nothing to do with the men that I know. This is society. It doesn't. I don't.
Well,
I'm not
the people, the dudes I hang around with, authentic men, we believe loyalty is exactly what it is, and it's we don't bend it to what we want to bend it to. If you out here cheating, you're not loyal. Simple as that. I don't see. I'm gonna just speak for myself, because this is what I don't do. I don't speak for other people. I'm gonna speak for myself. Loyalty is exactly what it is. It's loyalty. You don't get to bend it to your will. Oh, I'm gonna be loyal to this person, but I'm gonna cheat on my girl. No, then you're not a loyal individual. You're not. That's not loyalty. You can't bend love when you say, "Oh yeah, I love this person," but you're not going to be there for them. You only love them when they're doing something for you. That's not love. Love is unconditional. Love is active. And that's the problem with a lot of people. We do things when it's convenient to ourselves. That's selfishness.
Right, but you see what you said? That's the problem with a lot of people. I'm talking about a lot of people. You're talking about the anomalies and the unicorns and the guys that get with one woman in college and never cheat, never see another woman again, get rich somehow and don't care what their options are because they with that ride or die. You're talking about that demographic. But I am talking about a lot of people and how a lot of people operate. And the funny thing is, Naima Buckner, it's no shade. It is the truth. You probably got here late. When I first started the stream, I said,
I just said that right there. What you said.
You're going to ride or die with him, and then he's going to come home with one of me's. So don't be there riding or dying for him, okay? That's
not true.
It is the truth.
That's not. First of all, again, are you going to mess with a clown with a bag?
What makes him a clown? A man with a bag is an automatic clown?
No, I said, are you, listen, see, I didn't say that.
Any clown.
I said, are you, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So you're not going to mess with a clown, period. Just because they get a bag doesn't mean that they are authentic. It's a lot of gumps out here.
That you're going into, you know what I mean, personality.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot. They're not going to automatic. It's a lot of guys out here. It's guys I know.
Like money. They like security. They like the head honcho. If we were living in caves, women like the man who comes in with the 2 buffaloes instead of the 1. That's just how we are. That's how we're wired.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. If a guy, when a guy gets to his level, he's looking for somebody that he can give what he has made and he can entrust in them. Let's say a Jen came along. Let's say I got to my highest level. I'm making $2 million a year. And let's say you was around my age or whatever, and then you came along and we started working things out. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't trust you because you wasn't there when I fell off. You wasn't there when the couple of years when my business was down low.
But you don't have to trust me. I can still ruin your marriage is my point. You don't have to trust me. I don't have to trust you. I don't even have to really want you. I could just want your money. But
that's what I'm saying.
But men will mess up a marriage with the ride or die. For me is my point. I think you're missing my point. You're talking about trust and love. Men want to, you know what I'm saying? And women want to be seen with the guy with money.
That's
or they
that's what I'm saying.
So none of that matters.
That
matters.
This what you conflate. You conflate.
I'm not conflating. You're conflating. You're trying.
No, I'm not.
And feeling. You're bringing emotions and feel. Ain't no feelings or emotions in the game. A married man with a ride or die would cheat with me and ruin his marriage. There are no emotions or feelings in that.
Yeah, and those are the fools that go into divorce and then he loses bad. And that's what I'm saying. I don't hang around dumb. I don't hang around fools.
It doesn't matter who you hang around with. These people still
okay, so you're telling women not to get with a guy that's trying to build, and that could be the guy that's going to actually be faithful to them because they were there. That's why I hate this daggone television and these Tyler Perry shows because it's stupid. Majority of men are loyal, and that's the problem that we got this bad rap that we first of all we abusive, we disloyal and all this type of stuff. That is not true. If a woman is giving us everything she's got, she's in there cooking, she's taking care of our children, she's there. She was there when I didn't have nothing. We do not just walk over top of women. That's not the majority of men. That's not the majority of men.
I can agree to disagree. Another thing is that a lot of men, and I'm speaking generally here, I'm not pinpointing anybody, so stay out your feelings. A lot of men that haven't reached the pinnacle. A lot of men that aren't in the 7 figures, 8 figure, 9 figures are loyal as fuck because they are not in the tax bracket to have the options that a lot of those men have. So while you're down here, men and women, when you're down here, I wouldn't do that. I'm loyal. I'm niche. Say what? I love my man. Get you some new titties, a flat stomach, and a fat ass, okay? Get your lips fixed and your nose fixed. Your options are going to change, all right? So a woman that doesn't look like that cannot say what she would or wouldn't do. Everything about you changes. Your personality, your thinking, your feeling. Same thing with men. The fry cook can say, I ain't cheating on my girl. She would ever ride or die. She slept on that air mattress with me. She sure did. Let him become a millionaire. Let him become a billionaire. And then go check that dude in 6 months. It is nature. I'm not even saying that it's malicious. I'm not even saying that men are malicious. It is nature. Your options open up. You are a whole new person. You're not shopping in the same place. You're not even eating the same sandwich. So yeah, we can say, I would be loyal. I love my wife. But you walk in a room where there are 15 of me's and all 15 are checking for you. You're going to change your tune, I promise. All 15 checking for you. Hi, True. How you doing? I seen you yesterday.
That depends on if I never messed with nothing like you before.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. If I've already had something like you, if I've already had something like you, that matters.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely
does not. You talking about the guys. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of guys out here that they have not got a chance to travel. They have not experienced different women from different cultures and things like that. If they have not experienced that, then okay, I can agree with that. It's open up. I've experienced things, and I'm not nowhere near in the 7-figure or 6-figure.
Okay,
I'm right underneath for the 6-figure.
Right,
I never needed money to get exposed to.
You want the world to be truth's world, and it is far from it.
I know. If it was my world, we'd be good.
You're talking about you, the average man, the average human being. I know you heard the lyric. Now the baddest bitch is the average bitch. So it doesn't matter that you think that rich men don't want to sleep with bad women anymore?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go to fat women and ugly women because I've had that before. I've had the Nikki Murphys already. I'm gonna go back to fat women and women that are ugly and don't do their hair. I'm gonna go back to on what planet? On what planet? That is your lifestyle now. That is your dating pool. When you are a man of means, that is your dating pool. Ain't no rich man nowhere gonna say, I need me a Lizzo now. I done fucked so many bad women. I want a Lizzo on my arm. I want to take Lizzo on my arm to the Grammys. And I'm saying Lizzo in general. Don't write me no comments. Okay. I want Precious on my arm walking into the Grammys now because I didn't have the baddest of the bad. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. With that said, Truth, I want to be fair, and Reese has been waiting for a long time.
No, so I'm about to click out. This is the last thing I'm about to say, and I'm out. This is it. All I'm just saying is, guys, the way you, again, it's not absolute. I'm not saying that guys don't get to that echelon and then they want to go crazy. Yes, they do. But I'm saying more than likely, if you come through the fire with somebody, they're not going to automatically just say, "Oh yeah, I done got here and I'm going to throw you to the wayside like that." I'm not saying people don't. And I'm not saying I'm not even saying they probably not even going to cheat, but to throw you away knowing you're the only one I can come into and cry to and I can't go nowhere else. Like you can sleep with a whole bunch of, man, the loneliest time I ever felt was when I was with the most women. I felt the most alone when I was out there sleeping. So that tells you something. You can the quantity there, but if the quality ain't there, it ain't nothing. It's not nothing, and that's all I got.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Okay, and I'll see you on the next pack. Thank you, Truth. Hello, Reese. You've been so patient. I'm so sorry, darling.
I have more fun listening than I do talking.
Okay. Well, that was a doozy then. I'm sure you got some laughs out of that. Thank you, Ty. People change with their options. It is human nature. It's not even a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
I can't deny that.
So what do you think in general about everything that you've heard so far? I don't know how early you started listening.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Whenever I hear women talk about relationships, they always seem to be concerned with the risk going in more than anything else. So I say if you're going to roll the dice and give a guy a chance, go in with an exit strategy. I know that sounds kind of fucked up that you would. It's inorganic to like plan your exit. You know what I mean? But you're fully aware of the world that you live in. You just talked about it for an hour. So go in with an exit strategy. What do I mean by that? Save yourself some money, enough money to get out of there in case you have to on a moment's notice, so that you ain't a hostage for no period of time. You see what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of situations where a woman will get tied into a situation and let her guard down completely, fully entrust the guy, and the guy will do exactly what you just said. and then she has nowhere to go, literally. You know what I mean? Because she might have burned a lot of bridges because a whole bunch of people warned her going in, and now she don't even have them to rely on no more. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're gonna roll the dice, go in with an exit strategy. First thing you do is you save up some money, just enough to get out of there and live off for a little while. You should maintain your own income throughout, regardless. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, y'all building, right?
Right. Right.
So you maintain your income and you tuck something away every month. You know what I mean? It's sad that we have to talk like this.
Right.
You know, going into a situation that's supposed to be organic and about children and, you know, the other stuff. But it is what it is, man. Like, people out here are foul, and I know the game better than anybody. I'm an old man. I'm 52 years old, and I've been the other guy my whole life.
Oh.
My whole life. I was in one relationship for like a year and a half. It was magic. We were together every day. But I've seen the game from the bottom, the real bottom. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. It's hard for anybody, men or women, to trust anybody. So if you're going to roll the dice, go in with an exit strategy. And once you are in, don't get comfortable. Don't let yourself go. Make sure that if something happens and you got to get out of there, that you're still desirable. You see what I'm saying? So work on yourself every day to keep improving. Now, imagine what will happen if both people go into the situation with that mindset. All right, I'm going to keep improving myself every day just in case. Now what you have in front of you is two people constantly improving and building together. And if they're constantly getting better and better, they're not going to want to leave each other.
Okay.
That's all. I can't think of no other way. All this other shit that we tried failed. Therapy failed, right? Letting the man be in charge failed. Letting the woman be in charge failed. Single motherhood failed. Single fatherhood failed. Go in with an exit strategy and nobody gets comfortable. You see what I'm saying? And then better yourself every day. You don't get comfortable, you'll better yourself every day. And the person you desired will actually become more desirable before your very eyes. It's scientific, man. The whole dating culture on the planet is toxic. I've been all over the world. It's no different anywhere else. Everyone else acts like us now. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Welcome to Earth. The first human impulse is self-preservation. You see what I'm saying? Man, woman, child, cat, roach, snake, whatever. It's self-preservation. Stay alive no matter what. That's the attitude you got to have going in. Love is a bullshit word. I don't even believe in it. I don't believe in that word. I think it's nonsense. I think it's just a concept. And I think love is the reason why you have hate. Because if you get rid of love, hate is going to die with it. See what I'm saying?
Damn. Okay, wait a minute. This is a whole, like, you not only shifted the paradigm, this is like an epiphany. I hope y'all are listening, because this was just, and I'm not capping, this was amazing. It's an amazing train of thought. It's almost like I'm anti prenup, right? I think it's like, it's not romantic. But listening to you, it's like that is giving women, so to speak, like a subconscious prenup in their mind, right? I'm sure Mr. Rucker's in here. He's our prenup pusher. But
you don't need one.
That way, right? When you go into it that way, and I love how you said, like, both of you are becoming better, right? I like that idea versus what my topic is, where men are usually looking for, they're doing all the work and they're looking for someone to help them build. But the way you're coming at it is like, no, you build yourself up and you build yourself up, right? Should you have to part, both of you are good. But I think women, like I said, the conditioning is, I'm going to stop everything I'm doing to help build you. I have dreams, hopes, and aspirations of, boop, now I'm pregnant. Now I got a baby. Now I got to raise this baby, but I'm still going to help you build. So I love what you said. You make yourself the biggest badass that you can. He does the same. And then if you have to part, no one is hurt. But individually, while you in that relationship, y'all are both very attracted to each other because you're all a whole people. So
not only that, Not only that, when y'all go out in public, y'all killing shit, and everybody's talking about it. Like, damn, remember them from last year? They, you know, me and my ex-wife did it.
Okay. Now, somebody said, you were a side dude, you said, for a long time?
99% of my life.
Shit.
That's because I don't approach women. So usually when a woman approaches a man, it's for that purpose. So, you know.
I see.
I don't have no game. I don't like rejection. So I don't say nothing to women. I live in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, you could just walk down the street and just get bagged over and over and over and over again your whole life. I never had to try to talk to women in my life, and I never will. Even though I'm an old man, I still don't talk to women. I get bagged all the time.
Oh my God, Naima, bite your tongue. She said that sounds like 50-50 on a financial tip. No, my money is my money. His money is our money.
That's what you do. You can't give 100% of your money to 100% of his. That's what 50-50 is. What you do is you decide how much you want to invest in each other, how much each one of you is willing to risk, and then y'all put that together and build on that. Nobody's supposed to give it. What if one of y'all die? So it's not even just about infidelity. What if somebody dies? What if somebody goes to jail? You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of different. You have to go into every situation with caution and an exit strategy. That's the best way.
Sherelle, where you been?
Hey y'all. Hey Jen. Hey everybody in the chat.
Hey,
I took
Sherelle.
a break. I needed to just focus on like business stuff, and I was so consumed with YouTube. I was like, okay, I need to take a break, take a hiatus, and get stuff done. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Yay, it's good to see you because you were on my mind. I'm like, I haven't seen Sherelle pop up in a while, but it's good. You are good. I'm glad you're good. I'm good. I'm glad you took the break. We all need a break from these machines. I do that too every couple of months. What's up, Playboy? Come up if you want to come up. Sherelle, have you heard all of this?
Yes. I agree with him more than anything. I think it's like this. I think sometimes society want to socialize a woman to be like, oh, be down, be with this man, especially coming from the hood. You know, coming from the hood, don't nobody got money. So, you know, you got to ride or die with a dude. And it's like, you to ride, then you die. And it's like, you just die. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes it's no benefit of it. And they just keep on pushing it. It's struggle love. That's what it really is. Like, people push this idea of struggle love. But if you're a man and you don't have nothing built, then you shouldn't be looking for a woman, because majority of men, especially like the millionaires, they like, look, if I'm building with somebody, I'm probably not gonna get the woman I want anyway, because I don't have what I need to have the top tier woman. So those men feel like some dumb men start off like, yo, I don't need no woman, and I'm gonna go and do whatever I want to do, and I'm gonna build, and I'm gonna put myself at a status to where the women I could have a pick of my litter. Like, I'm gonna have a pick of the litter. Like, because I know that these women I could get at the bottom is not gonna be the woman that I can get at the top. And sometimes they have like good men who, like, well, I'm not even gonna say the good or bad, but they have men who just are determined to say, sometimes I'm not gonna use a woman to build because she might just be a distraction. All that extra drama, trying to be in a relationship and all that. No, I'm gonna focus on this bag. I'm gonna focus on building me. And then that man gets him a trophy wife and he settles. Those are actually the marriages that actually last, because a woman is coming in as, I'm a woman, I bring to the table a woman, and you a man, you provide, you protect for me. I know my role, you know your role, and that's how we're gonna keep it. Then they have certain men who like, I need to get to the top. I may not want this woman. She may not be as good looking. She may be overweight, but I'll use her or a few of them to get to where I need to go, because it's more hands on deck. So if you're the woman, like, you know what I'm saying, if you're the woman, you have to start putting yourself in a position to feel like, what am I accepting less than what I feel like I deserve? Am I accepting less, hoping and dreaming? It's like sometimes as women we just believe in potential too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, if you know you don't want the man that work at McDonald's, don't get the man that work at McDonald's. Shoot for the stars. Like, whatever you got to do. Just like men go get their bag up to get the right woman, then you do what you need to do. And these girls is doing it now. They go get the surgeries, they gonna get the extensions, they gonna get what they all got the same face because they know that men like a certain face. They willing to risk their lives, go to DR and get the shape, the face, the everything that they know the man that they wants. That's what they do. And men go get the bag because they want the one that they want them. So you know what I'm saying? Like focus on what you want because regret is like that's what really caused envy. That's what really caused hurt after a breakup. When you feel like you've been just like accepting a bunch of stuff that you didn't want to accept, like that's what hurts. It's like, man, I after this relationship, what I have left, I stayed in this city and I shouldn't have stayed in this city, but I stayed for him. I ain't want kids at this age, but I had kids for him. I wanted to accept this job offer, but I couldn't accept it because I was here for him. I had all these other men who had bigger bags looking at me, but I wanted to be loyal to him. And it's like, yeah, you did deprived yourself so much. Now you angry at him, but you should be angry at yourself. Because, like he said, self-preservation, you got to put you 1st.
Mm-hmm. I see, Sherelle, and I gotta agree that I think it was Truth that said that those marriages, and I'm not sure, so sorry if I'm misquoting. Those marriages are the ones that last. The men that are made already, and then they get that cute little thing on their arm, and she ain't causing no trouble. She just shopping and raising the 2 little cute kids in the Yorkie. They do last. When we look at these men, these well-off men, they're all married to that little princess with the Yorkie and the 2 kids that are cute. You know, they do last. If you look at how celebrities, millionaires, but they do last. And it's a fact. When you're building with somebody, there's so much ugly that comes with that. You grow accustomed to each other, you grow tired of each other, and people after a while is like, I don't want, we done been through too much. And then the guy wants something else, and the woman feels resentment. So I think my opinion, I still say it is worse. Do not build. Don't build. Don't do it. I don't care.
To say a person that's built with a man or been in a situation with building with a man, as a woman, you may feel like you're doing the right thing, but it's hard to respect a man. It's hard to submit to a man that you have to help build. It's the dynamics of the relationship is gonna always be crooked. We can always hear these people that say, "Oh, I make $1 million and my husband he work at Burger King and I still submit because that's bullshit." Because I'm providing, I'm the provider. You gonna submit to me. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna submit to me because I'm the boss. I'm bringing home the bacon, and this is how shit gonna go. Because I make
a female boss.
I make this keep turning. And like if a woman feels like that, like if she feels like I'm going 50-50, I'm making it turn, like it's harder to submit to a man like that. It's harder to respect a man like that. I don't even think men like saying like just being a person like me and I make a certain tax bracket. I've met men who know like, oh no. Like if you meet a truck driver, it's like, oh no, like we can if people say, oh, let's team drive, but it's like, oh, I got my own truck. Oh well, I'm not getting on your truck because you're gonna be my boss. It's different. And it's like, I'm not gonna sell my truck and then become a company driver just to be in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? So like there's certain men who won't even, you know what I'm saying? They just honest, like, I'm not gonna be with a woman that make more money than me. I'm not gonna be with a woman that's providing more than me to this relationship because I know it's gonna be hard to submit. That's real life.
That's why I think it's such a flawed conditioning, and women think they can do it. I thought I was capable of it. I got with men that I was helping out financially or helping build, and I lost respect for them. And it wasn't maliciously, it was nature took over. And I'm like, why am I submitting to you? Why am I listening to you when I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get this kid to school, go to work? Like, it's just, nature takes over, and you think you can do it. You think you could put up with it. We are not built that way, just like men are not built a certain way. Like, I couldn't do it. And you start looking at him and he could be eating cereal and you're like, in your mind, like, this motherfucker, and I could put up at 6 o'clock in the morning, give my damn Apple Jacks. You know what I mean? It's just nature takes over. What do you got to say, Mr. Rucker? Prenup.
Well, yes. I love this topic. I'm so glad to be on the show for the first time. Oh, man, I'm taking this personal because, yes, I'm glad a woman like you said it. You know what? It comes down to these men always coming up with this 50-50 relationship stuff. That's just code for broke. Ladies, pay attention to look at if a man is asking you to co-sign on a car note, co-sign on a lease, he doesn't have anything. Run. Stop trying to build him up and stuff. He may have potential, but do you really want to wait a year, 2, 3? You may have a ticking time bomb with your womb and you trying to have babies, but you ain't trying to have babies with a broke man. This man's always talking about dreams and feelings. That's not paying the bills. This man needs to have some more motivation. And maybe you just being absent is that motivation for him. And for fellas, why would you want to give all this power to these women? They're going to use that against you in an argument. They're going to try to take that car away from you. They're going to try to kick you out. If it's 50-50, the police will escort you out if you guys get into a fight. It's not yours. It's just not. They're going to put your stuff in a bag, bleach, throw it away, and there's nothing you can do about it because you gave her that power. And yes, she's not going to respect you. Jen, you were right. If that man's always struggling, she may look at you in the side eye. She may pay a bill, but she's plotting. She does not respect you. She may have some friends on the side, and that might come out in a bad argument, and it's going to hurt your feelings, and there's nothing you can do about it. So men, stop with this relationship 50-50. Even if that other woman says, hey, it's okay, I can pay, have some pride and say, no, you have to get it on your own so she can't use that against you.
And just personally, I can say,
Yo, you know what? It's funny that he said that. I really believe that everybody should slow down on sex until you got yourself together with, you know, where you want to be, period. Men and women.
Facts.
We jump into it too early and too much. And I got a theory. I think God wanted us to exist forever. And that's why he made sex so good. Because he don't want us to stop doing the shit. The only thing is, when he designed us, he didn't put in a speed limiter or a fucking emergency brake. So we're all in chaos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the world needs to take a step back and slow down a little bit and work on themselves. It ain't like the world got any better in the last 2 years. We live in hell. This shit is crazy.
I think the fairy tale of the relationship, relationship and marriage, I think is emphasized so much, especially in this country. They sell T-shirts and rings and Hallmark cards and Valentine's.
So where marriage come from?
Giving, I think that's why it's emphasized so much, and nobody's getting this shit together. The divorce rate is going up. It's a 50%. No one is doing the self-preservation thing. Everybody's like, no, love and romance and cards and diamonds. Why?
But it got to be so disciplined. Like, I know just in a situation, I was just telling somebody, it's like, I couldn't go for certain things because I'm just too grown. Like, I mean, I remember when we was 20 and it was like all cute to be, struggle love and all of this. But it's like when I get to the point where I'm telling the man that I'm with, like, I need to carry on my taxes. I need a Mother's Day gift because I'm starting to feel like I'm your mama. And I don't want to have sex with my son. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna start affecting everything. Like I'm not about to do these things with my child. You understand what I'm saying? Like at this point, we gotta figure something. Like it's so hard. Like in the beginning, when it's like the cupcake stage, everything goes. Every red flag, you're twirling red flags in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you get down, it's a year later, it's 2 years later, and you just realize it's just like, man, I really need to. What's your social? Like, I'm about to put you on my taxes. Like, you are my child, and I want a Mother's Day gift. This is not funny. This is not funny, but I'm like, and it's like you get home and they just like trying to touch you, and it's like, baby, let me go give you a bath and put you to sleep. Get you some warm milk, cause this ain't it. This ain't it.
Men have to stop being triggered by it and insulted by it and do better, because they're fighting. They're not fighting with attitude. They're fighting with nature. Okay, I didn't want to be mean to you when I was in those relationships. I didn't want to be mean, but it's like you can't even hold it in your mouth. The first thing you're gonna say is, "Get the fuck out! This is my shit. I paid for it. I paid for the last vacation." It comes. You don't want it to come out.
Yes.
You don't want to hurt. It's like it's over. Like, so you have to
Yes.
stop being insulted and go do better. Do not put yourself in a position where I wear the pants, because I'm gonna wear the pants.
Yes, women do that. Now, I'm on my second job, and I see this on my second job as a finance associate. It is so embarrassing for men to pick out a charger and stuff with their woman, just like a little kid at a toy store. And it comes down to me, the bad guy, the finance guy, to run your credit and say, oh, you can't get approved. Then your woman has to come in, make a down payment and co-sign after she cusses you out because you probably surprised her like, oh, well, I just wanted this, but I had that. It is so embarrassing to see that happen. And as a man that has gray hair in his beard that needs help from his woman and he doesn't look handicapped, like, why do you need her to co-sign? Why don't you be a man and have your shit together when you come see me? Like, why do I have to go through that? Why do you have to make phone calls and stuff relying on women? What happened to men with pride and say, no, this is mine. You have nothing to do with it other than sitting in the passenger seat. What happened to men's pride?
I did that for my ex-wife, and I got her credit up so good that she was able to buy a house. It was a plan, though. You know what I mean? We planned it together. I got a car. I wanted a car. She wanted me to put it in her name to get her credit up. So I just paid it off in like 1 year, and then her credit score went up, and she was able to buy a house with her new credit score.
That's smart.
So that it works. It works if you work it.
I had a sister who her boyfriend insurance, the insurance on his car was in her name, and every time she would get mad at him, she would take the license plate off. Now how you gonna drive? I don't want to be like, I guess as a woman, we feel like men aren't that petty. And don't get me wrong, there are some petty men, but I wouldn't call them men. I'd call them bitches. You know what I'm saying? But like, women are petty. You don't want a woman having control. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
they're petty. Oh, my period down. I'm so mad. You ain't driving this week. Don't even come to my house.
I don't think men should date women. I don't think men should date women. I think it's a bad idea. Because I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I took a fall back in the day, and
wait, you said you don't think men should date women?
Men should not date women to make more money than them. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Good.
I had a girlfriend back in the day, and I moved into her house because I had to. I caught a case, and I had to go to her house to be on house arrest. That was the only way I could be free from jail, right? So she knew that she had me. So her tone of voice went up a couple octaves.
Yep.
And then, her freedoms went out the window, got crazy, and she just started acting like a totally different person. So one day she came home and tried to snap at me, right? Because she really thought that she was going to go through with this shit, and I was going to sit there and laugh and just lay there for it, right? This is what I did. I took some scissors. I cut the fucking house arrest bracelet off my leg. I got in my car. I drove down 6th and Market in Philadelphia to the federal building. I knocked on the door, and I told the FBI, take me to jail right now.
Damn, what?
Damn.
Well, women can be that petty. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. I knew I was going to come back out, so I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was that simple. I wasn't on the run from nothing. I wasn't a fugitive. I went in there and told them that situation is not working. If I got to go to jail tonight, let's do it. I'll wait till something else opens up. I didn't go for it. I wouldn't advise no man to do that in the world.
Mad. You a madman.
No, I wasn't mad. I was smart. I was scared. I was scared. My freedom was at risk.
You did the right thing.
I tell my male friends that all the time when they deal with those women because they want to play this homosexual role. And I tell any man that's playing a homosexual role that the women that you deal with are women who house homosexuals. You're not finessing. No, these are women who know that they couldn't get a man as good looking as you, as tall as you, with the street credit that you have. It's something about you or a man at all. And it's usually like the ugly women, overweight women with a bunch of kids, just the undesirables, we can say. You see what I'm saying? These undesirable women, they know they can't have a man in their bed every night. So they know I need to leverage my car. I need to leverage my money. I need to leverage a place to stay. And there are certain type of men who think they're using these women whole time. These women, they got everything set up for you to be there. You see what I'm saying? Like they already know, like
Yes.
you're not running games, sweetheart. These women want to be in control of you. They want to be able to say, oh, you cheat on me? Okay, I bet you ain't gonna have nowhere to stay. And if you don't got nowhere to stay, now you're like, you know what I'm saying? So people are like, this girl that put me out 6 or 7 times. Get your own house. Get your
Right.
house. She don't want to let me see the car. I miss work. She tripping. Get your own car. I can't tell you nothing else. Get your shit together. Because a woman is not a retirement plan. She's not a livelihood. She's none of that. Like she ain't even meant, you know what I'm saying, to be that. Don't be doing that. I see a lot of, coming from the hood, you see a lot of that going on. And it's a lot of women that choose to deal with these type of men. They don't want to, like my friends, they make good money because they truck drivers or they in some type of fields to where they, like, I just got a lot of friends that got the bag. And I remember my friend saying, these bitches don't know how to talk to a nigga that don't got to use their car. I ain't the nigga that need a place to stay. You gonna respect me or you gonna get from around me. And that's what I'm so used to, because my daddy was like, you know what I'm saying? Everything I needed, it came from my daddy. He paid all the bills. Like all the way into adulthood,
Yep.
he paid all my bills. He took care of me. He did everything for me. So it's like, it's easy to respect my dad. If I don't respect this man, there's consequences behind this. But if I take
Yes.
care of you, I don't got to respect you. What you going to do? I'm about to curse you out. Get your man. You going to go sit down.
Yeah.
Let's throw a little fuel on the fire. Let's throw a little fuel on the fire because Naima's dropping bombs. Naima said welfare took the pride out of the man. Do you think that behavior is more prevalent in our communities? The ride or die? The men looking for ride or die?
Yeah, that's sad but true. But yeah, those men are just looking for a way out, which is basically a handout in my eyes. They're willing to like do this as long as it takes. They don't have an exit strategy. They're just telling her any kind of stories, and it's in our hood and everything. As long as the women just put up with it. He's thinking, okay, I'll be there for maybe 3, 2, 4 years. I just tell her we're gonna get married one day, and it never happens. So they just drag it out because they in the hood and they ain't got no other plans. They just lie until they get to the next one. So men monkey branch too. Broke men do. And it's sadly it's in our neighborhoods, it's in our communities, because that's just part of our culture, sadly. Trying to get rid of that culture, but like, yeah, it's a bad stereotype.
What you think, Sherelle?
But I don't even think that Black people technically are the largest groups of recipients of welfare. But what I can say is I think Black people did something different with welfare. My look is so different. Like those I don't know. I can't find one person on Section 8 who don't have somebody living in their house who ain't supposed to be living in their house. That is not hiding no man. They did not kick no Black man out. They just hide his shoes when the people come do the inspection. What you mean? Like that man lived there. How do she got 7 kids in the last 6 years and ain't no man living in her house? Make it make sense.
Damn.
Where the kids coming from? She's not going to have sex outside. She got a house. But she's not putting their names on it because they trying to capitalize off the system, and that's their way of capitalizing off it in a real, you know what I'm saying, jungle type of way. Because I know a lot of times we like to bring up hood situations. Middle class people like to bring up the hood, but if you lived in the jungle, you will live like you lived in the jungle. They got places right now where people eat mud because that's what they do. They got places right now, people drinking well water because that's what they do. And people in the hood, we do what we do because this is the jungle. And you behave in the jungle. So you may feel like, oh, just because you got free rent, hell yeah, in the hood, free rent is a lot. I'm gonna do hell on the side, but do sell drugs. Look, we lit, okay? We lit, baby. We lit. Okay, over here. Everything is copacetic. I'm gonna get about $10,000 for tax season. Give me a nice little Benz.
The accuracy. The accuracy is killing me right now.
Shout out to welfare fraud.
Shut up. Shout out to it.
But if it's
baby.
there,
Shout
it's
out
there. I
to
mean,
it.
why you gonna turn down free money? So like, come on.
Oh my God.
And listen,
Not the welfare fraud. I just got flagged.
I personally believe that welfare's biggest impact that it had in the world was its effect on the comedy circuit. Welfare has given more comedians jokes than any other genre of life. I got 4 or 5 good jokes in the past 5 minutes. I'm trying to maintain my composure and not explode in laughter because I don't want to cry on your live stream. But the sister down there is crazy. She crazy. That shit is funny as hell.
We need you back, Sherelle. We need you back. I am glad.
Always bring her back.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. You can date a woman. You probably shouldn't date a woman that make more money than you, but you can date a woman that has more money than you. So I'm gonna tell women a tip. It don't matter how much money you make. Whatever you make, you take 1/3 of it and you tell your man that's what you make. Never let him know that you make more money than him. But whatever he make, you understand that you got to live underneath his provision. So if he make $50,000 a year, then you got to make $50,000 a year. Now you go ahead and try to finesse him, and let him know, oh baby, I got a little side job doing Uber and stuff like this, so I could contribute to a trip or something, and he'll feel special. You see what I'm saying? Have your money put up in the bank. Don't let him see your portfolios. He don't need to know, what money that you got. Run your bag up because you need your safety net. Forever do not exist in 2022. Forever is a joke. They will leave your ass. So don't be dumb enough to not make money. But hide your money and don't bring your money up to that man. That man don't care about your money. I'm broke, baby. I need a place to stay. What you need? Look, work it out, but don't tell them you got money. You can have $1 million.
Check out her closet. That's the clue. Her closet will tell you how much money she has. Look at her car that she drives.
Baby, I got a note on this car. Can you help me pay my note? I'm just trying to look fly. You understand what I'm saying? This is an expensive lease.
It takes a strong woman to put up with a guy that, just is less than she is. It takes a strong woman. So, but I agree, if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, but think about it. You don't want. Because if you make 150,000 and you make 200,000, you don't want. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess that up. You can live with that man 150. You only make a 50 bag, a little bag.
I think that relationship could work.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because there's not going to be any poverty issues there. There's not going to be any argument. Right. And they got enough money to make a whole lot more. Money makes money. So that right there. You go both millionaires and all that. That's perfect.
Fellas, protect your ass.
Kim and Kanye couldn't stick it out.
Ain't no prenups. Ain't no prenups. We forever. We ain't never breaking up. We don't need no prenup.
No prenup, no marriage.
Did the girl sign the prenup? Because I'm late.
We're going through mediation next week.
Hey, Lisa Ray learned her lesson with that prenup shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. That shit slapped her in the face.
Damn.
But the prenup can still say I get some money in this prenup. It don't
not my prenup, no.
You're gonna fold. Eventually, I think you're gonna fold on that prenup.
How you end up owing a prince some bread? How's that happen on Earth? You end up owing a prince some bread.
Oh, damn. Wait a minute now.
That was fun.
That didn't even happen in Game of Thrones.
Sarah, I want to go back to what you said because it's true. I've seen it. Where the girls that were not top tier desirable, I didn't visited my mans and them in prison, and I seen the girls who was visiting the guys, and I was like, hold on, that's his girl? Like, that's his girl while he in here. Okay. And then I seen girls in my neighborhood, same thing. They were the ones buying the weed and the liquor and it's like the girls used to be like, oh, I can't even get him to buy me a bag of chips. I'm like, because you always buying a bag of chips and paying for the hotels and putting the gas in the car. So women will do that. So just like you men thinking y'all slick, there are women out there waiting for y'all. Okay. And you're not gonna like
God.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. But let me tell you what I tell women all the time. A man gonna do what he gonna do. He ain't gonna do it for you. I know a boy right now. I don't post girls. I don't do this. I ain't ready for a relationship. I don't need this. I don't need that for all these other girls. Met one girl doing the most. If a man don't do it for you, move on because he don't like you like that. Trust and believe. They will go borrow from the undesirable chick to take care of you. They will go get her credit card and swipe her credit card for you. They will use other women to take care of you if you that chick. So women gotta focus on being that chick and not accepting no nonsense because when they in jail, I got a lot of cousins in jail. They always want to talk to your fat friend. You know what I'm saying? And they talk game exclusive in the prison. Huh?
Yeah. Beauty had more value 30 years ago than it does now. Like y'all wouldn't have had these problems in the 90s and the late 80s. Somebody like her, right? You wouldn't have had no problem. You would have found a man to just pay all your bills, buy you a car, and you wouldn't have nothing to worry about in life. That's a fact. Ask anybody who's like around 50 years old how things were back. Like if you looked a certain way, it really meant something back then. You see what I'm saying? Now you got dime pieces in the alley now. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Huh?
It's abundant beauty. It's hard now.
I don't understand manosphere when they be saying
pay my bills now.
Huh?
I said there are a lot more of us, but I still can get somebody to pay all my bills though.
Oh hell yeah! There's still plenty of people around like that. Hell yeah.
But think about it.
You gotta remember, I'm the other guy. I hear all the juiciest lies told in the world. You see what I'm saying? I know who's who in the neighborhood. I'm like Raymond Reddington. I got all this information that I don't want.
Who is Raymond Reddington?
Are these women treating you like treating you like taking you out to dinner, paying for the hotels? Are they treating you?
Most of the time, if it's a fling, it's like whatever. If I pay, she pays. That doesn't matter to me. But if it's some creep shit, it's always in secret, in stealth, so you don't go out in public anyway. So,
but
it's a dark life. It's a dark life. It's like a troll life. Oh my God! But it's okay. I stay problem free. I don't get into domestic bullshit. I don't never have to bail myself out. I ain't got no scratches on my face. None of that shit. My car ain't got no key marks. I'm good. I'm not lonely either. Don't think because I'm old that I'm lonely. That's bullshit. I still get bagged all the fucking time. I go to the gym 4 hours a day to make sure I get bagged. See what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Haran said, thank you for the super chat, Haran. Jen probably doesn't remember, but she told me a story once regarding some marshals. I'll let her tell it. Yeah, after she told me the story, I don't blame her for having her stance. Yes, I talk about that story often. One of my ex-boyfriends, I was at his house early in the morning, and there was a big bang on the door. And, we both got scared, or I thought he got scared, but I think he knew. Marshals were at the door to evict him. So he came back in and he was like, hey, Jen, we got to go. And I was like, what do you mean we got to, what the fuck is going on? He was like, the marshals are here to evict me. And I'm like, so you didn't know that the marshals were here to evict you? Like this shit. Listen, true fucking story. And what disturbed me the most was that he wasn't panicking and he was blaming the landlord for not taking half the rent. And then, come to find out later, I found out that was his lifestyle. Because what men do in the beginning is, look, I'm going through a rough patch right now. I used to have X, Y, and Z, and women fall for it, right? It's like, I understand.
Yeah.
Going through a hard time right now. Everybody goes through a hard time. Who am I?
I'm gonna tell you, go get it back. Go get it back.
Now I would. Yeah. But back then, I was like, oh my God, you're getting evicted and you have children. Like, no, I'll care about you. Yeah, but yes, he had children.
That's funny.
Exit strategy.
That he had custody of.
Oh, man. Damn, even worse. Damn.
Yes. So I was
Did
like,
you
oh,
have an exit strategy?
say
Did you have
again?
an exit strategy?
Did I have an exit strategy? Of course, I had my own shit. So I wasn't like, oh, he, what I mean? Now we're fucked. I'm like, no, you're gonna need a place to live.
You ain't let the kids come stay
Yeah.
by you, Jen?
Can I say again?
You ain't let the kids come stay by you?
No.
Oh, no.
I love children. I love the babies. I want the best for the
Me too.
babies, but no, did not happen.
Nice.
No.
Now they're probably orphans.
They're doing well. They're doing fine, as far as I can see. But yeah. So I done been there, done that, and didn't even get a damn t-shirt for it. And that's why my stance is such: do not help build. It is not a rough patch. It is a lifestyle. Because a man that knows he's on the brink of eviction and still hollering, that's his lifestyle. Okay, that's his lifestyle.
The ones
I'm not
that's
going
fresh
nowhere
out
near
of
the women when I'm
jail.
broke.
Huh?
The ones
I'm
this
not
any
going
man
anywhere
that's
near women when I'm broke. You hear
See,
me?
that's smart though. That is what men should do.
It's pointless. Pointless.
Stop taking these men in and that motivate them that way. Shut them out. Ladies, just shut them out. Every time they say, oh, I need this
and
partnership,
it's hard
shut
because
them out.
you're gonna meet them a lot. They shoot their shot more often than not. More than a man put together is gonna shoot his shot. It's gonna be the one that ain't got his together. Like I mean, men are like men. The broker they are, the more confident they are. Like I remember just being like I remember being out on Bourbon, like on Canal Street in the middle of the night, and like this homeless man, he put his box down and he was like, you could sleep on my box. You know what I'm saying? I share. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, okay, I'm about to just lay on the ground with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, might as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, I don't understand. Like, they don't care. Like the winos in front of the store. If I had a woman like you to come home to every night, I'd be home every night. Like, sir. Like they so confident. Like, they so confident. I don't care. Like, no.
Let me tell you, anybody who lives in New York City and
not at all. But you gotta go to the corner store. You don't want them.
Any of these trains right here in New York City has seen that couple. It is a couple. They are on the subway and they play a little a drum, like this wood drum, and he plays like this beat up organ, and they're a couple and they beg for money. I'm like, they are a couple. Like they decided together, this is gonna be our life and this is what we're going to do. And she wasn't even an ugly woman. She looked like a dirty Halle Berry, like the way Halle Berry looked in that movie when she was
damn.
She wasn't an ugly woman. And I was like, yo, women will do the most because they gotta ride or die.
Ride or die. What?
Song. I still remember their song. It was like, we wish we had your job, your job, your job, your job. And people would give them money. If you're from New York and you've been on these subways 4, 5, and 6, you've seen them. You know who I'm talking about.
But ride or die for what, man? What are they doing, man? Like, there's no light at the end of that tunnel. Like, what's happening? How are you gonna eat the next day?
We are socially conditioned to do that. We are socially conditioned to do that.
That word love is bullshit. Love and marriage is made up for the diamond industry.
As long as it's in the prenup.
Can you repeat that? Because people weren't trying to listen to me. I said we are conditioned.
I'm not
we
bullshitting.
Are conditioned. We are conditioned to struggle love because that's what we see.
Came around when the diamond industry came around.
Really?
And it's feminism. Feminism.
Love and marriage was in the Bible for a long time. That's
why do we have to spend 6 months of salary on a goddamn rock for the woman? What the hell is that all about?
Shit. Like, who started that? 6 months of salary. Who started that?
It's bullshit. Marriage.
And it works.
Just give them a prenup. I ain't giving no 6 months worth of salary. Hell no. No, I might as well give you a house with that amount. Nope, not doing it. Prenup.
But
what they did was they monetized vagina. They monetized women's vagina.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Nothing's organic anymore. It's like everything is a hookup or some type of contract or some shit. It's bullshit. I hate it.
what I always
That's why I'm the
say.
other guy. I can't get into that shit.
That is what I always say. People made conditional love an ugly thing, and it is not. Okay, if you want unconditional, call your mama. I say that all the time. I don't owe you that. Your mama owes you that. Call your mama. Do not call me. Everything is conditional. You need me to be in a certain condition. I need you to be. It's all conditional. Your job is conditional. The you know what I mean. Your food is conditional when you go out to buy something. Your kids is conditional. Your wife is conditional. Your husband. They made it an ugly word. Everything is conditional. It has to be. It has to be.
Listen, they fucked us with two words. The two most vicious words in human language are love and beautiful. I already broke love down to you, right? But when you take the word beautiful, it's married to the word ugly. They can't exist without each other. You understand? Everything has an opposite in the universe. So if you get rid of beautiful, then you get rid of ugly. So when you use the word ugly, how can you use it and make sense out of it? You saying that God created something ugly in this world? What the fuck is that? Like, it don't make no goddamn sense. So that's why the word beautiful doesn't make no sense. And I'm gonna give you an example why.
But think about it. Think about it. This is a flaw.
Listen, I'm gonna give you an example.
But this is the flaw in what you
said. My grandbaby had a party, right? She got all her little girlfriends over. They're all like 7, 8, 6 years old and all this. All crazy little girls. So the grandmom comes in and picks up the little girl and says, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." And the rest of the little girls are sitting there looking like, "Well, damn, what about us?" Just right there, you just fucked up the rest of those kids' psyche. And they're not even old enough to read yet. You understand? That word it's dangerous, man. It's the most dangerous word in language. That's why we judge each other. Think about it.
I don't know, but this what I can say. This is what I can say. Love and marriage was in the Bible centuries before the diamond industry and everything started. So let's just say, like, no, that didn't happen because of that. Like, the romance of it probably, but like, nah, they've been talking about love and marriage in the Bible, and they've been calling people ugly in the Bible. I remember, like, one sister was ugly, one sister was beautiful. He had to marry both of the sisters because he got the ugly sister first. So it's like, it wasn't like they just came up with these in the 1800s is when they popularized the diamond industry and love and marriage and stuff like that. So it's been a social construct. It's like nothing that we see right now is pretty much new. None of this is new or whatever, but it's just like,
I agree with you.
It is what it is. People are ugly. You know what I'm saying? But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because one person can say you ugly and the next person probably can feel like you beautiful. That's what I'm saying. And I think love is a real emotion. People love. I know these days we like, oh, marriage is a business, love isn't important and stuff like that. But you know you love somebody before, if you ever been in love before, and you know what happened when you fell out of love or you got hurt. You know your heart felt like it was on the floor. So it's like, it's a real thing, and it's not going to go away just because we tell ourselves, oh, it's not real. It's not real. We can call it whatever we want it. You know what I'm saying? But it's been around. It's going to be around. You know, we just got to navigate life.
The emotion is real, but the word is toxic itself. Like, nobody can really humanly deny that they don't love something in the sense that we use the word. But the way we use the word,
we love everything.
And the way we use the word beauty is corruptive. I'm just saying the way we're misusing it. Those are real things that do exist. You understand what I'm saying? But we've corrupted it with this.
Well, because you're both right. Like, it's been around since the time, but now it's commercialized and marketed a certain way to make money. So where love was just a feeling or emotion from way back in the Bible, now it's like, well, if you love her, we're going to need 6 months of your salary to show it with this diamond, you see. So it has been commercialized, right? And even beauty, it's like, okay, beautiful, but you have to look like this to fall under beauty. You understand? So you're both absolutely 100% right. It has been corrupted. But beauty has always existed. Like, they show pictures to infants, to newborn infants. And it's like, if you're more asymmetrical, or your eyes are even, or your nose is like, they're all like, and then if you're not, then the babies are like, So yeah, it's scientific as well. You have to, Mr. Rucker, Mr. Prenup Pusher, okay? Mr. Prenup Busher, what advice would you give to women, right? Do you think that women should have prenups, or is it a male thing, sir?
Well, it comes down to whoever has the most money. Now, whoever you date, I mean, everyone has their own amount of money, but if you have some assets like a paid off house or a car, nice little 401k, yes, you should have a prenup. Even if that person does make more money than you are trying to protect your assets. You don't want to have another human being taking over your life. And then if they decide to get rid of you or divorce or just walk away, you're not going to be homeless. So you have to move in with somebody like your parents or anything. And that applies to men and women. But men especially don't, they're more gullible than women. Women are smarter with money than men. So that's why we have the society that we have now. Women take their money and they're smarter with it. Men, we do dumb ass shit and we don't even protect it. We actually believe in love. We actually believe like, oh, we're gonna stay together, even though you know the divorce rate. And she takes half. Now you crying, talking about you a victim and stuff. Oh, now I have to pay child support for 18 years. And I'm like, good. You didn't wrap it up? You didn't think about this? So men should be really smart about their money. At least be curious. At least do a Google search and think, oh, if I really want to get married and if she leaves me and divorce rate's so high, how can I protect my assets? Boom, a prenup. So men should get more on the prenup stage because women know more about prenups, especially if they have a negative reaction to it. They already know and they feel insulted by it, which is funny to watch. But women know about prenups, men don't. Women just can take over a marriage. So men need to know more about prenups than women.
Wait, I don't like prenups, but it's not because of what you said.
Really? Well, why react to prenups? If you want to get married, don't you have your own stuff?
Because I'm still young yet. Okay, I'm still learning. I didn't think about life the way Philly explained it today. I really didn't. So it is an epiphany. Okay. Prior to that, I was like, no, it kills the fucking romance. I don't want to plan for a breakup. Like, it's ugly to me. If you trust me, you love me, let's do this romance thing. That's really how I look at it. And I felt like a prenup was ugly, not because of money, but because it's like, ew, you don't trust me. And how do you marry somebody you don't trust, right? I'd rather not deal with you. Let's just date. Let's not lock into marriage, because I think marriage is ultimate trust, ultimate commitment. And when you hit me with a prenup, it's like, look, girl, I know one day we ain't gonna be together, so sign this shit. It takes the romance out for me. But after listening to Philly today, I'm like, damn, that's actually a great way to look at life. If your shit is together and you're not focused, you're not denying yourself to focus on that other person and help them build, then you'll be okay with a forever or a breakup. See, before, I'm very subservient in relationships. I'm always thinking, give, and then when it's over, it's like I didn't get a damn t-shirt. When you look at it the way he explained it earlier, I was like, I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with, I'm gonna keep getting my bag. I'm gonna keep doing me. You could keep doing you, right? And then if there is a breakup, I'm cool. But it's just the prenup. It's not the money thing, because I'm very adamant about having your own. But it's just
Right.
it killed the romance for me. That's what it is. Not his
The
damn
romance.
good. I'm gonna be okay.
The romance is like love. It's just made up. You'll be romantic after you sign it. This is just financial insurance. If you really love someone and you're trying to get the government involved, are you willing to sign my paperwork? If the answer is no, okay, let's not even do a marriage thing. So we got to put the ball in the court on the women. It's like, okay, we can do marriage, but can you put it in writing that you won't leave me? I will take care of you during the marriage, but if you change your mind, or you just unhappy, or whatever the excuse is that women use with divorce, can you walk away with your own stuff and not take mine? Let's not give you an extra retirement package. If you're not willing to put it in writing, then yeah, we have a problem already.
But then but wait a minute. It's like kind of like forcing a woman to stay with you even if she doesn't want you anymore, isn't it?
Well, how's it forcing if she has her own money?
How can she what?
How's it forcing when she has her own money? She can leave at any time. Why would she want to stay with me if she's unhappy? But why does she need my money to leave?
Who said I want your dirty money?
Then why don't you put it in writing and sign it?
Okay, I'll say this. With that said, because we're going to close soon, I will say this, Mr. Rucker. I will concede to a point. Okay? I will say that
hallelujah.
I respect. Listen, I respect that you're the type of man that would ask for a prenup before you ask me to build some shit with you. So hats off. I gotta concede. I gotta give it to you. I'd rather a man hit me with a prenup than come help me build this. Because if you help me out, I like how you do. Blah, blah, blah. So hats off to you for that. I can't argue with that. So it's like I can't argue with that. But I'm the romantic. I ain't signing shit. Okay. Anyway. Sherelle, your last words. I'm so glad to see you and glad you were up here. I needed your point of view and your voice. So thank you for joining my panel.
Is she still there?
Okay. Hey, y'all. I'm happy to be back. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, y'all. I'm happy to be back. I love y'all. Y'all know that. But I just think that we need to keep on building and having these conversations so we can just stop falling into the traps of struggle love. We need to start really paying attention to red flags. I know we had this like whole red flag thing a couple of months ago where everybody was saying what the red flags was. Like, I can tell you what these red flags is. If a man got 3-year-olds, red flag. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, of all his kids under 5, got 5 of them. Red flag. Don't be with NBA young boy out here and your baby getting put out of hotel rooms. So just pay attention to what a man is really going, and especially that like nobody is the prize. I know we in the manosphere, and that's another thing. Manosphere keeps talking about, oh, black women are so undesirable and all of this. It's like every time I get on the internet, I be like, these is beautiful. Like I just see beautiful women everywhere I go. So y'all still doing it, they hating. But nobody's the prize. Everything is work. And if you really want to put the work toward it, but always like be focused on yourself. Make sure as a woman, you should make sure you smell good, you look good, you feel good. Like just make sure that you have everything going on about you. That way, when one man leave you, you gotta know when you open up the door, you're gonna have a line out there. You see what I'm saying? So focus on that. And shout out to the women who feel like they can't do nothing about the way they look, so they're gonna always have to play that role. I ain't mad at you because I know they got some men that look how they look and they know I gotta get the money. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get the bag if I'm gonna get this bag, girl. So the ugly women, they feel like, hey, I'm gonna need I gotta get the men who need a place to stay. So I ain't mad at I ain't mad at the game. I ain't mad at the players. Get it how you live.
Got that futon ready for you, baby.
Yes.
What do you got for us, Philly, before we go?
Hey, look. Although I am team manosphere, I always fare when I'm in the company of women.
Okay.
So let me tell you what that means, first of all. These guys that you see on YouTube that's going around calling women bitches and barking back and forth and attacking people and threatening and all that, that's not manosphere. Manosphere is about men bettering themselves, and that's it. It got nothing to do with talking shit about women. What? Manosphere is man space. Sphere means space. It got nothing to do with women at all. It's bettering. You understand what I'm saying? That's what manosphere means to me. So when I come into this company of women, I don't come with that war attitude. You know, I'm not at war. I come with answers. That's why I came up with that solution. You know, if only way you should get into a relationship if both people are comfortable financially, physically. Make sure you want it where you want to be in life, and then get in it. Be patient and just go in with an exit strategy in case something goes wrong. It doesn't necessarily have to be infidelity. It could be death or whatever. Somebody could break their fucking leg. You don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And day one, after the honeymoon, both parties start working on bettering yourself the next day. The mission does not stop just because you're married. Don't get comfortable and don't get lazy. And this is why y'all relationships fall apart, because one or the other or both sometimes start falling and declining, and then someone gets fed up first. You constantly work on yourself and improve every day, and your life will only improve and you'll love each other more. That's all the old man got before I get out of here.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I loved your commentary. Mr. Rucker, I am close.
I'll be back.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. I am closing by saying I'm still adamant and hell bent on women. Don't help him build shit as you are about prenups. That is my stance. Don't put one mother brick on that wall. Let him come with his own wall, and then you go in there. And if you want to put a little flower on the wall, that's fine. Don't help build. It ain't worth it. Okay.
I agree.
All the men that joined me today, all the women. Sherelle, thank you. Good to see you. Hope to see you more often. You know what it is. Mr. Rucker, do you have anything to say before we leave?
Just shout out to everybody on YouTube. Support Jen's channel. Also support mine's at Mr. Rucker. YouTube.com/Mr. Rucker. So keep up the good work, Jen. Prenup.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Good night. I'm out. I'll be at Mr. O is just living for a little while, maybe when they come up, and I see you next time. Good night.
Prenup.
Get out.